So did any of these bumps get brought back?
Not yet. I'm sure they're going to, but
Okay.
there's a couple. There's definitely a couple I'm looking at here that I'm saying this is not a bump. Even looking at it, but you
A
know,
couple. Yikes, gonna
like
be
a
a tough
fucking
year in
Yeah.
C.
real fucking dick for Christ's sake.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving. It's a Mai Tai Tuesday, kids. Guys, it's a fucking Mai Tai Tuesday. I went. Amanda went. She did her thing. She's out with Holly O'Connor for their book club got canceled tonight. So they still went to dinner, and I was like, you know what? I need a little fucking ding 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 ding. So I went and got a little Chinese food. No fights tonight. Couple Mai Tais. I'm driving home, and I'm listening to Sirius XM. I'm a big. I like Jim and Sam. I like the Bonfire. I like even Bennington. Great interviews. So those are the radio show, and they're nighttime. I don't know if it's Faction Talk or whatever it's called anymore. They have this sports football show on. We have better fucking audio and production quality on our beautiful little podcast than. Oh, she's home. Couldn't close the door all the way before you flush that toilet.
What
Are
were
you
you
sure
just
about the
saying?
production?
What were you just saying?
you just ruined my fucking moment here, honey.
Ever since I've become the producer, I think we've been doing great until that.
But I was listening to it, and I'm like this woman sounds like she's Coco.
That's just rude. I've done nothing
Actually,
right now to deserve that.
He sounds better than he has lately.
Damn right.
Yeah, we got him that mic. We got him that mic at the Hall of Fame dinner, and he started using it a couple weeks ago, and things are.
That's not
things are looking
true.
up.
This is the one thing I've been using the whole time. I recently got this desk.
How about we also got him his ring camera and his ring light and camera?
so-
We got him that too. What the fuck is he? What did he bring?
This mustache that you can't see in this light.
Wait, so I'm already seeing one team from New Hampshire that's not on the bump list anymore.
It's not the one I was thinking about either. If you want to get some plumbing work done, though.
Yeah.
Is that Pucko's team?
That's strange.
No,
yeah,
mine.
so Pucko's team is off. A&D Plumbing, or the Hitmen as they were previously known. I don't see them on this anymore.
No, I
But
don't have it.
Premiere on Broadway still is.
The fact
they
that
get-
Premiere and
Did they get?
and
They didn't get
Cupcakes
bumped
are-
because of Worlds, right?
No one did.
No, because
No one from New Hampshire, but I think all the D teams got bumped.
Yeah. A&D
or
went
two.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Cupcakes and Premiere didn't go.
And they got bumped.
And the good old bump.
Yeah, you got to think if A&D if they're
off
not
the
on this
list.
list anymore, no, there's no way Cupcakes is going to be. There's no way Premiere on Broadway is going to be.
I don't even know those teams.
Yeah, I mean, these teams just ended this season with maybe they just looked at top 5 in each region, and because there was a couple years ago where they did when Coco was on the Hitmen 2 years ago, they looked at top 12 in every single region and just bumped all those D teams.
Yeah, I'm not seeing cupcakes anymore.
So Cupcakes is no longer on the list as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Premiere's the only
Interesting.
one.
Okay, Premiere's the only one.
Well,
That's
I mean,
interesting, and I wonder because they did have some of those. What was it? The team the year before,
Grizzly.
Grizzly.
Last year.
right?
got
So they had
reclassed.
2 years in a row, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. But then you also have A&D that,
that-
was a C team reclass.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how did they weren't horrible in C
Oh.
either. I feel like
No, they're
so
just
many
under 500.
so many C teams are around in between. The majority of C is in between 450 and 550 win percentage, I would say.
Mhm.
I actually
And that's
got it
not
right here.
a bad year. You know what I mean? Going 18 and 22 isn't bad in C's.
Couple
It's
0
not
and 2s,
great,
couple
but
good
it's not
tournaments maybe.
Yeah, you could still go 3 and 2 at Worlds.
So
with that kind of record.
let's see. Blackout, who's 15th, but they're probably really more like 13. They went 13 and 16 in class.
Yeah, but that was 2
That
years
was last
ago.
year. That was
last year.
That was last year.
But they,
No, 2 years ago. 2 years
they
ago.
finished fifth though.
Yeah, they that was a Worlds bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
No, I,
would
mean
say.
this year they were 13, 16 in class.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, and I mean that was a good team at the Firecracker. That was a really good team. They came in 4th place.
Yeah.
GTP checking 15 and 12, and they're 11. There's 25 teams in the Northeastern C. I would say you take out 1, 2, 3 of them. So let's say there's 22 teams. Not bad. Still
In
middle
C
of the
right
pack.
now, you think?
Yeah, in the Northeast. I mean, I'm looking at it here. I'll show you. You know what? Let's get going. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bring It. Man, you know what? If we change the title to Bump It, we could do a fucking whole show on cocaine. It'd be amazing. Wow! Hey, look at these lines. We're down here in Columbia. Anyway, we got a big night tonight. We're going to have rumors, bumps. Do whatever bumps you want at home. I'm not even fucking judging. Maybe
Do some bumps along with us. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Anyway, what's happening? D Money, baby. What's happening? What you drinking? How you feeling? You looking great. You warmed up?
What's going
yet?
on, J-Ro? Yeah. Tonight I got a Greater Good Greylock. It's an Imperial
For the greater good.
NEPA. And then I have on deck, I have a Zero Gravity Green State Lager. So I'm ready to go tonight. I love, this is the greatest time of the year when everyone gets so angry because their team got bumped up, and you're like, the idea is to play as high as you can. And people are like, no, I want to hit home runs that end the inning with no outs.
That's my
There's
favorite.
What are we
nothing
talking
better
about
than
here?
getting up in a bases loaded situation with nobody out and
Trying to drive a
IE.
gap. Yeah, trying to drive a gap, and then the inning just ends because the rules are dumb.
So stupid. I got mad at you. I know we've talked about that on here. Like, I got mad at you when I was at Worlds, where you're like, oh, fucking, who wants to play D-ball where the home runs are any ending this? And I was like, I was pissed because I was going to my game, and then the game was over, and I'm like, yeah, this is fucking stupid.
And I had to explain this multiple times. I saw bases loaded pop up to the middle fielder that ended up being a double that scored 2 runs. So I don't think I'm like that far off.
It was tough to watch this year.
You guys are just haters.
It was very tough to watch.
I pimped the fuck out of a bomb, though. I think on the red quad, I think I cleared both fences, so I pimped the fuck out of it. It was a big day swinging.
You clear both, you have to.
Yeah, I mean, I did like a fucking big. I did like a
You leaned
fucking
back, yeah.
Yeah, I leaned with it. I had like the big show entrance, except in reverse. So anyway, Coco, what's going on? How many children have you kidnapped today with that mustache?
0 children kidnapped. In their honor, though, in the ones from previous years, I'm just having a Fresca tonight. Just a Fresca.
Oh, Frescas are underrated, I would say.
Yeah.
Very with vodka.
I think
especially.
Frescas are so good.
This one, yeah, this is a Fresca, no vodka. Easy on the vodka tonight. But
There you go.
They also have Fresca bevs, and they are delicious.
Oh, yeah.
okay,
I
well,
can
I'm
imagine.
very intrigued.
Yeah,
by it.
grape,
If that was in
grapefruit
front of me,
juice
yeah.
in general. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like how we have this lined up tonight. We got the boys drinking, and then we got the boys.
Well, you're opposite,
true.
but yeah.
And we got Big Mike Snyder from Anarchy Bat Company. The bat. When is your bat going to get fucking released?
Hopefully the new year.
Is it because the website came out? They had to push your bat release back?
Counter, bud. No, I think a lot of it had to do with Rick's passing, and they had a couple
You gotta
other
go
things.
there and make me the asshole.
Well, I'm just being honest. They had a couple things before it that they had to do.
Yeah.
So, come on, so go make your food. So
Zoe, what's up?
it should be out by the new year. They were hoping
Okay.
it was going to be out soon, but I'd rather have them wait now that the season is basically over. So,
Yeah.
but it's there. They just have to hit go, and then I could put the picture out and everything.
I love it. What are you drinking tonight?
I have sweet tea.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Homemade sweet tea or like Bucky's sweet tea?
No, just from the grocery store.
Okay.
Extra sweet tea.
Oh, I'm out on the extra part. I want my like a sweet tea. I want it to be. I don't want it to be over sugared. Don't roll your
You
eyes
don't
all
fucking
you want.
cook
dude.
with you don't cook with butter. Like
I know
and
I
you're
don't.
gonna talk
Butter
about
or salt.
sweet.
I didn't
Yeah.
say. I didn't
He's
say
like, get the
his
butter and
sweet-
salt out. Also get the extra sweet out.
I
We
didn't
don't
say
need any of
I
it.
didn't say he can't have it. I say I don't like it. We're allowed to have opinions. Yours always suck, yet you're coming after mine. We're 9 minutes in. We're 9
You're
minutes in and we're
anorexic
doing
and
this
I'm a
already.
Yes, you're anorexic and I'm a fat man. So like when it comes to food takes, mine are right, yours are wrong.
I'm not anorexic. I just wear shirts one size too big so people still think that I'm skinny. I'm smart. I'm skinny fat. I'm like more.
So I do, going back to the bat talk, I do have a question for you guys. When do you think the bat drops are best in the year? Because there were like times where, and I think we're almost to the point where they're not like cars anymore, where the bat, like the 2024s are dropping in September.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think most of them are now being dropped, like I would say in between January and March of the year that they're actually coming out. Do you guys think that that's a better spot for them? Or like we saw the Louisville Everett Williams drop, what was it, at the end of Worlds? I mean, obviously there's going to be some of those. Obviously these bat companies have different marketing schemes and whatnot, but when do you guys feel that the best time to drop a bat would be?
A month before Worlds.
Yeah, that's
Really?
that's
I like that timing.
You're that's the biggest tournament of the year for everybody. So if you drop it right before Worlds, they could have it for Worlds. I mean, that's my marketing strategy. Ours were 2.5 weeks too late.
Well, and think about it too, right? Like think about the bats. Well, depending on what you're swinging, and at what time of the year you're swinging it. BIP 21 at sluggerslowpitch.com for 20% off. But you know, if you're swinging, I'm thinking about my bat from last year. Loved my bat from last year, but it wasn't passing. So if you need a passing bat, you know, you need a bat before, you know, you can get a couple swings on it, get it down towards 240, and all that good stuff. That's a smart play. Month out. Yeah.
There's no way that bat was a Louisville, because Louisville's pretty much just pass until they break.
This bat was I like the gentleman from this bat company. I'm not going to name the bat company, but I fucking love that bat. I may or may not have hit absolute fucking bombs with it at the Beast of the East. And was actually asked coming off by the center fielder from somebody. He said, "Hey, is that bat over or under 200?" I said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "It's not shaved. It's not
ask
shaved."
That's when you say ask the guy testing the bats.
Yeah. It is not tested like every other bat here. No, but that's a smart play. Like you think about it, we all know that bats, you know, some bats fail, or even like with the Louisville, you know, I had my Dirty Sanchez. I got 2 seams in it, right in time for Worlds, and I stopped BPing it. I did BP it to that spot for that reason. I wanted to kind of really have it open. And we get warranties, right? Like,
did they let you use it at Worlds with the seams?
I'm fucking in D. Of course they did.
Yeah, they weren't even looking at that.
It's D. Yeah, they don't. Do you have a bat? Is the question until like you get to your 16.
The one thing that I thought was weird with Worlds this year is that they had the buckets. They said they didn't have enough buckets. Then they had the buckets at every field, and you would just put your bat in the bucket without. It was.
Yeah, and the umpires didn't care. Like
someone could bring it into the dugout, then throw another one in. No one was counting in, but it was like it was kind of a mess.
I think it's just the manpower of moving the buckets from field to field.
Yeah, that is true. Because when I was at Bees, and Mike, I'm sure you know, they usually throw them on the carts and drive them around if they're not already at your quad.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I gotta tell you, it's having the buckets on the field. Listen, I know where we started this as a 40-year-old D guy. I'm a 42-year-old one now, but having the buckets on the field, when you hit a fucking shot
and you whip it over there.
I wish I had it up on the screen. I'd show you the fucking pimp job on it. I fucking did it. I just watched it and I started walking around like somebody just kicked me in the fucking balls. And I just fucking javelin that shit at the bucket. And my dick never felt bigger. Like it felt 4 inches. It was amazing.
So it felt like you had a big dick and you had just gotten kicked in the balls all at the same time.
Yeah, that's because usually my little guy it looks like two basketballs in a garbage bag with a baby carrot on top. So like if you do kick me in the balls and I get to 4 inches, it's amazing. That's a lot of feelings there.
Whole town of Auburn got to see that as you derobed at one point this weekend.
I'll settle down.
This weekend it was hard to have any inches.
My penis was so far inside of me, it wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
How cold was it?
It was pretty cold.
Worse than Wally's World in the morning last year?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
Wally's World
without
was
a
like
doubt.
tropic weather. It was like being down in Vieira in November.
Ugh.
We had a game at 10 and the field was already losing sunlight. 10 in the morning. I was like the sun was, and we never were smart enough to go to the dugout with sun at that field.
I think I've got that clip here. I won't show it. I'm actually pulling. So we did something unique this weekend, Mike. First off, we're talking about the Lewiston Memorial Softball Tournament that was held up in Lewiston and Auburn, Maine. They also call it the LA, Lewiston, Auburn. LewistonStrongSoftballTournament.com. The silent auction and raffles are over. However, they still are accepting donations. We are also going to be raffling off bats, so we are going to be making a bigger donation.
We have
owe
three
Yes.
bats, I believe. Yes.
We have a Resi, Sanchez, and a Wood.
You don't want to pause it. We are big time now. The DW is watching.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
But yeah, it was. But we have, and I want to thank Andrew Watt and Wally. Both of them are donating their bats that they won as MVPs. So we're going to raffle off more. I have $150. I need to donate for big ol' hitties from their doubles, triples, home runs tally. So we're trying to raise a bunch of money, and thanks to everybody that tuned in. But we went live with a mic, and Dustin, you seem to enjoy mic'd up versus announcing J-Row.
That was awesome.
The mic'd up games were pretty sick. And it was crystal clear too. Even when you're in the field, like it was crystal clear. I think it's possible. I think that's something that we can do.
J-Ro, I had to laugh in the seventh inning of the championship when you missed that ball.
Fuck.
I was dying laughing at you missing it in your comments.
I kept a couple to myself. Typically, it's like, there's a tranny joke in there. There's a blowjob joke, like I'm going to suck something off. I gotta tell you, my hand was just my glove. Nothing wanted to work at that point. It was fucking cold.
Gross.
But it was funny. At one point, I had a shitty at bat because I got watching this, and I agree. But you also, I think it was a championship game. I said something like, "Oh fuck, you suck." And Andrea Wallingford at the exact same time that I said, "Oh, you fucking suck," popped out to right field. And I'm like, "Oh shit, that's me in the fucking corner of the dugout or around my wagon, being like, God, I suck. Like, what the fuck am I doing?" Meanwhile, Mrs. Wally, the better Wally, is flying out to right field and listening to the audio with the video. I'm like, that's not right.
I didn't even go back to listen to some of when we were talking Letterkenny.
I did.
Did that pick up?
Oh yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. That was pretty. I was like, oh man, we're live.
I also threw some masturbation jokes in there, and I was like, shit. I was watching it the other night going to sleep. I was like, fuck. I'm like, I forgot I had the microphone because I was wearing the mic right here. I didn't have it here, which this is also the play. Man, it picks up a lot. I had some people in the field maybe trashing other people on the field, like maybe umpires, maybe coaches, just not saying names, but
the best part about it is that's the stuff that you hear anyway, but you don't always hear on these replays, which I thought was just great. I thought it was very entertaining.
What kind of ball did they use?
Yellow.
It was just
it was yellow. That's accurate.
It was a USA hot dot.
Okay, so it was still
300.
It was frozen anyways.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I took away is that those fields are absolutely beautiful. That bottom field at
fucking gorgeous
Pettingill is outrageous.
Whatever last field you guys finished on is like that's one of my favorite fields Never played there. I just seen pictures of it. Looks awesome.
Oh,
So that field is awesome. It would be better if right field is like 260 down the line.
Mhm.
So it's definitely a like a wood bat field to right, but then
Yeah.
to left it's not. It's like 295 to 300.
Okay.
So no one pulled the ball to left to hit a
Mhm.
home run. We saw maybe 3 home runs total
Yeah,
in 2
left
games
center and right field.
in right center and right field.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
those
it was
fields are great. I
but-
see why
but,
they
yeah.
don't do U-Trip tournaments there as much.
so the bottom field though has all new like LED lights.
Yeah, that's
They're
awesome.
like, and it's like 350, I'd say 300 to 320 all the way around, regardless of where it is. And it's just,
Hey.
the infield was really nice.
Mhm.
It's well taken care of. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm surprised that more people don't go up there to, to play in tournaments. Those, and they're right back to back.
Yeah.
It really, and that's what I was saying to some people. I was like, they're like, yeah, but this field's so small. I'm like, but fucking in Oxford, we use basically yellow socks taped up with yellow tape. Like,
Yeah.
use a shittier ball in that field then.
Mhm.
How would you feel if you went to a tournament and there was 2 balls depending on the field that you were playing on?
Happens sometimes with us.
I would be
Yeah,
fine
actually,
with it.
yeah.
If
What
you
was it?
could
The
play-
Evansville?
Yeah. No, that was
Uh,
the last one. Whatever.
The
What the-
conference championship.
yeah.
Where
yeah.
they had the rectangular field. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Uh-huh. Oh, and they had it in Texas too at the duel because they're running out of pro-Ms in the losers bracket. You're hitting a 52 300.
I mean, so here's the thing. If they're doing
It
it in the
would be
conference, then who cares if they're doing it at
Yeah.
a DNIT?
E
Right?
players.
ENIT, DNIT.
Mhm.
Maine's got to run some C's. Let's get up there and get some teams in those tournaments because these fields are fucking beautiful
Mhm.
to play on.
And it's smaller, but I liked right field. It had that hill. If you could imagine like seeing people sitting up there,
Yeah.
it was a
Oh.
cool feeling with how many people were standing around.
Does
Yeah.
Maine,
How many beers I would drink on that right field hill?
It was a zillion.
does Maine run any U-Trip tournaments?
Like 4.
It's
Yeah,
mostly
I
D and
think
E, and I think they've slowed down significantly in the last few years,
Mm-hmm. How many
just from attendance.
how many teams are in the state total? You think?
There's a good amount of teams.
Yeah.
I know that their ASA state used to be really, really big
Mhm.
for like the D and E level. I'd say they're probably looking at maybe, is it 10 between D and E?
Oh, let me
think?
see.
Maybe
Yeah,
more?
I mean,
It's probably, it's tough because their state is so huge.
say 10, I would say 9 to 12 is kind of between D and E. What I'm feeling like is the right one.
It is
And
huge.
how
but I
many
don't-
are there at the end of the year at nationals? I don't know, maybe like 4 to 6.
and it's huge, but no one really lives above Augusta, maybe Bangor. Like you're not
I
looking.
mean, yeah,
at
there were
much
teams from
there.
Bangor coming down to nationals when we were in E's and D's.
Banger, I barely knew her.
Yeah.
Those are
Stop you
usually the best
before.
ones. No, those are always the good ones. But yeah, that was a great fucking weekend. But I do like, if you're playing a weekend tournament though, like, actually, I don't know. That last game, I kind of got away from being like, hey, go to the website, do that, and I was just kind of like playing the game and being myself.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe that is the play.
I think it might be.
It was awesome. It was really good.
I'm just glad. I'm glad I had a fucking frozen boot ball for you to enjoy. Well,
Could you
so
imagine if we had Coco on there?
You'd get this much.
Yeah.
He'd be yelling at his kids the whole time, and then he'd be asking how many outs are the umpires.
Yep, I'd say how many? Thank you.
Yeah.
Verbal, please. And those umpires are not used to getting verbal.
No.
Can I have a verbal, please?
I didn't even
A
say
what?
it. Yeah, I
What?
didn't even
Just-
say it.
My
I
bad.
was just like, get in there, swing this wood bat, or don't, and strike out.
Hey,
Oops.
2 of the 3 of us struck out this weekend. What's up, D? How you doing? Let's go, baby. Still was a ball, but yucky. Here we go. But no, go to Lewiston. Lewiston Strong Softball Tournament.com. Do a donation if you want to donate through us. Shoot us a Venmo. We'll make sure it gets it. Just label it Lewiston Strong. We still have a couple. We're probably going to put in. I don't know. We've still got a couple extra $100 we got to put in. So, Lewiston Strong Softball Tournament.com. Let's get into what everybody's here for. Little rumors, little bumps, little bit of this, a little bit of that. The convention's going on right now.
Is it going on tonight or is it just all this week?
I think it's all this week. I think tonight they're having the Hall of Fame inductee dinner right now.
So tonight's the fun night. Tomorrow they'll be talking about bumps until probably midday Friday.
And the rule changes and stuff like that, yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing at home then, Mike? Like, why aren't you, like, winter meetings during baseball, like, in Fort Myers right now with your phone just trying to get interviews?
Well, one, I wasn't sure if I was going to be working or not because it's, the post office is hit or miss on my hours. And Crystal's in Connecticut.
So are you?
I'm not working. I haven't worked yet this week. But I got the kids. Crystal's in Connecticut.
Take the fucking kids. The kids would love to be in the Fort Myers Ocean.
It's
you see what
super
they're
easy.
saying?
You know that.
Just skip school for a week. Yeah, it's awesome. 6th grade. A lot of work to make up.
I got you.
The kids would love the USSSA convention, national convention.
I would love to, man. I've always wanted to go, but I don't even know if JB is there.
We make a lot of money, apparently, according to some people.
Yeah.
So that's why we get letters, and not the nice letters.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, get your. We'll expense this. I don't know.
I could drive.
You'll get the money back, but
5 hours. I'll just drive.
Make it a day trip.
I'll pay you back in sweet teas. How's that?
All right.
Extra sweet for me.
But I kind of want to start somewhere different. Like, I was kind of looking at this list overall. When this bump list comes out, everybody's fucking crying about fucking something. Shut the fuck up, first off. So what I did was I went through the men's EDC, women's DCB in the Northeast, and just kind of pulled teams. Is the women's B in the Northeast not the best division in the Northeast softball?
I think so.
In the Northeast, for sure, I think.
Yeah.
I think
it's the most competitive B. I would say B and C.
Yeah.
The most competitive within itself. And then we always seem to have one team do pretty decent at one or more teams do pretty decent at Worlds, especially in the C the last few years. B, there's some pretty respectable showings. And then we had another GSL win.
Yeah.
Which is like the second one in maybe 3 or 4.
And there's a decent amount of teams in it, right?
So we're looking at 5 teams.
Yeah,
here.
there were 12 in the GSL B and
sorry.
A, I believe.
Yeah. That's good.
Which is it was essentially their B. I think there might have been 1 or 2 A teams. It was essentially their B, another B world for them.
Well, and I had somebody message me, you will all remain nameless when you bitch to me about fucking most of this shit.
Especially tonight.
Yeah, well, we'll run our mouths. But like, somebody's like, how does Beloli not get bumped to A?
I can answer for you.
Yeah.
You can't play A locally. And it's different, and it's even harder in the women's game. To play, it's hard to play B in the Northeast.
So
you're gonna bump these girls to A. They got to play the conference. They don't got money for that.
No.
So I think that's where maybe this question is coming from. When So What won it, I believe they got bumped to A, didn't they?
They did.
Then they ended up playing A conference.
But I think they were going to do it anyways.
Okay.
I think that
maybe there were those talks before the bump came then, like, and that was the plan.
So What's always played in 3 or 4 conference events. Beloli's women's they don't play in any conference events, right?
No.
So What always went to Columbus. They always went to I would say 3 or 4 conference events when they were B.
So it was even if the talk wasn't there, U-Trip was like, do this season. Do one season, try one season in the conference.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it is
too
a good way
expensive.
to grow the conference, but
it kills the
so
locally
tough.
though. I mean,
you
can't be I mean, no offense to So What, but it basically after that year they've been done since then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, since they went to the conference, yeah.
Well, Well, and even look at here's the team. When I pulled this together, what really surprised me, I know Bobby Pins did well in One Nation. Storm went 5-9 in class and finished with a 787. When was the last time we saw a Storm team do that poorly? The Connecticut Storm.
5 years, at least.
It's been a while. Now, is that because you now have 5 teams at this level? It's funny, right?
They lost their best player.
Well, she's also playing major next year. No big deal. Rookie of the year, conference rookie of the year. Big fucking the Gazelle. The Gazelle, Alyssa fucking Derrick. Swinging the DiMarini. But yeah, no, like this is a good division. I know we talk about things getting high up, but 5 teams at the B. You look at the men's B, it's 3, and none of them were good. What?
I mean, if you're looking at the Northeast, there was one that came 5th.
Well, it was
but that's a whole different
B and A, but that's not necessarily
a whole different team.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that that's like a Northeast team.
Yeah, that was a different team at Worlds.
I'm looking at through pretty much like Bololi was missing still. They missed Gianelli. I believe Emma Lizotte wasn't down at Worlds either.
Correct.
So they were missing 2 of their
two
best
starters.
players.
2 starters for sure, yeah.
And that's crazy. So I love this women's B division. I hope, listen, we've been talking about so much. I hope this women's division in the Northeast continues to grow.
I wish someone would do a Northeast women's conference thing.
Yeah.
I mean, women's softball is impressive, and the amount of teams that we have up here that do good at Worlds, someone's got to do it.
And there are definitely, I think there are definitely girls in the Northeast who can hit at the conference level, from what I saw. For sure.
Fuck yeah. Well, let's do it. Here, all right.
But the B division's growing. We got one bump, right? Is it just one?
I think
Sharks coming in 3rd.
And they had.
Excuse me. Before we get to C, hold on. I got a question. I want to follow. It's a point counterpoint here with Mikey Snyder.
Okay.
How do we get a conference event? Maybe let's say at the Plex. Let's hold on, Mikey Snyder. Hold on, just for not the men. Fuck the men. Fuck you guys. How do we do it just for the women? Can we do a women's only conference event, or do I need to talk to Jen? Jen Apparata.
It's tough, man. We have a beautiful complex, but you have to find the right weekend. Jersey had it 2 years ago. Last year, 2 years ago, they had a conference event. 6 teams.
Well, here. Let me ask you this, Mikey Snyder. Question for you. What if we kept it off of? What if we did a Bring It conference event? We kept it off USSSA.
You think we have this poll?
I don't know. We just
you think we're going to run a USSSA conference event that's not USSSA?
It's only got to be like
we could partner this, right? Like, you see what I'm doing?
This JB's got to put his foot down and say, "I want it," and he has to push for it. He's going to lose money, men's and women. You're going to lose money. But
fuck the men.
Yeah,
you guys have enough events.
But you put them together same weekend.
Yeah, it makes it. There are people who. Sure, there are couples who travel together. I think I saw.
I'll chauffeur people around.
But I'm just saying, like, it makes sense. Especially, I'm sure there's a lot of sponsorships that bleed from one into the other, right?
Yeah.
From the men to the women, from the women to the men. So I mean, I'm sure it makes sense to just like, all right, we're going to this one. We're all going to this one.
And Frank just said it's too expensive to fly here. That's a crock of shit. There's 6 airports.
Shut up, Peck.
An hour and 15 minutes.
Peck, do you want more of this? Is that what you want?
That's what I've heard was one of the reasons why they got rid of the major in the first place.
Because there's too many airports to fly
into? That's not true.
Because it was too expensive for teams to get to.
That's not true.
That's the first rumor of the night.
I'm not going to say what the reasoning is because it's JB is my friend.
You can text one of us in the side and we won't.
Okay, it doesn't. Everyone knows it's the balls. It was the ball situation. Balls were.
What's wrong with the balls?
Well,
they were buy them.
Well, they had fucking other teams' names written on them when you're supposed to be using pro-Ms. That was the problem.
Yeah.
He ran out of balls and he got towards the end and here's a ball from fucking 2 years ago that had I don't know, someone's team name written on it. It was the balls. You lose a shit ton of balls there. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
You lose that many at the Plex? Oh, yeah.
that's why you have to buy.
Yeah.
That's why you have to
Yeah.
buy them. That's why.
Think about fields 4 and 5. How many balls you getting out of 4 and 5?
Bones.
Very,
Tell you
very.
what,
Unless
Bones
it's
comes
going
home
out
with
and
about
left on
50.
4.
I've seen a guy walking those rocks like a billy goat.
Yeah, I do it for the firecracker for our team because I know that no one else is getting it, and I come out of there with 100 balls.
Yeah.
But think about that. That's your 5 fields. You're gonna use a lot more balls than you think. So if you have one, you have to have a bucket of balls. That's what 12 to 16 balls in the bucket. You could go through that in one game.
In a major, for sure. You
innings.
could almost go through that in a B.
Yeah, for sure.
With 8 home runs each.
Balls to right
Again,
on field 3 are gone.
That's why he has that's why he has to do that, where you have to buy your own balls and go get them, because if there's nowhere for them to go, especially on all those backfield. Like the 2 backfields are okay if you don't hit it into right on field 2 or whatever it is. But yeah,
if JV could get a good deal on balls or something that way and get it back, we had when I was this was years ago. It's probably 10 years, 12 years now. They had Rismondo, all the major teams came, Combat, they all came. And then it was just, they had it, the last year they had an all-star game with like the C, D, and E guys against the major guys. And then that was the last year.
That's a cool concept.
It's an interesting
It was awesome.
Sure.
It was a good time. Everybody was there. Like you thought like the Directors Cup when we used to have it, there was way more people there when the major guys were playing the locals in an all-star game.
What? Okay.
Dustin, were you around for that or no?
No, I wasn't there. You say everyone was there. You might have been the only one.
Well, I didn't know if you were playing then. It was like,
I don't remember what year was it. I probably
Wow.
was playing, but just not outside of
it had to be
New Hampshire.
It had to be in like fucking 09, 08,
Nope.
09.
That was when I was starting, I would say.
Yeah.
Hayes was
Maybe
playing. Coco
maybe
was playing.
2010.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
would
think
have
I
been
went to
like
Connecticut until 11.
Yeah.
All right, so how many, fuck the men's side. Let's just bring the women to Connecticut.
You could do a women's tournament. You have to find the right weekend. And you have to get the upper teams there. If you don't get the upper teams there, they're gonna get rid of it.
Well, but there was plenty of tournaments this year where, I mean, you had the back-to-back-to-back weekend off back duels for the women's, 6 weeks off, and then you get back into it. Like, is that the play? I mean,
but you're working on 2 different schedules, right? You're working on the conference schedule, and you're also working on JV schedule, the local
baseball,
and the baseball schedule. Yeah, it's I would say that at this point, introducing a new big tournament is going to be almost impossible at that place.
Watch.
I think it could. I think for a women's, it could happen for the women.
Well, you wouldn't need
the
entire thing.
That a softball podcast would never survive. People said a softball podcast was worthless to have, and guess what? Bring It still here. We're the longest running tenured softball podcast in the entire North America stratosphere.
At least out of Manchester, New Hampshire.
No, we are. We're the longest running consistent. We are the longest running weekly broadcast podcast in softball history. We're going to take a quick look here at the Women's C division. And here's the interesting piece. Women's C, nothing like Women's B. Sharks are going to fit right in with that Women's B group. They're getting bumped.
Who's this? Who's the second team? Did they get bumped?
I don't know. I didn't do that much research.
I have it right here. I'll take
15-5. That's pretty good.
My Mai Tais were coming, and so did my spicy green beans and boneless chicken.
Nice.
The motto was bumped.
They were?
The motto did get bumped.
Yes, they were.
How about the smoke show?
With 2001 ties.
Is
That's
tough.
hard to do.
A lot of games. That's more than the team from Florida played.
That's more than I played in my career. Holy fuck. So these top 2 teams both got bumped. I would say the Sharks for sure. The motto, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know them well.
I mean, Sharks were 7-9 against those B teams already.
Yeah.
Decent. And the Motto 1-2 against B.
Okay. So tough to see. And then you're looking at the rest. They just kind of grab the top 10 here from Women's C.
With those two being bumped, though, that puts the C division outside of the bottom two, the Lady Inferno and the Reapers.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
I mean, that's a really competitive C division, I'd say.
Connecticut has no women's softball?
No, it's everything's a storm. This was just the top 10. I didn't want to pull everybody.
Okay.
For C.
For C.
I mean, if you're you're telling me there's someone that's worse than 1-13
I hope not.
in the Northeast.
No, yes.
That's pretty tough.
The Call Girls from Stanford are 1-2 out of class.
Oh,
They
okay.
probably played in one tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they were busy working the rest of the time.
They played the Constitution State Challenge July 29th, went 1-2.
Oh, wow. When he comes in, he's on fire. That's
Good
good.
one.
Thank you. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, you got relocated twat waffles, you got our Girl Scout dropouts, good time out of Rhode Island, Kai and the ladies, Wall Stars.
They were nervous about getting bumped. I said, Wally, it's top 10%.
Who?
Wally was probably Wally's
He was nervous. He was texting me.
He's just nervous in general about being bumped up.
Was it because he was
Guy's
on the
been
book?
bumped way
Is
too
that
many.
why?
I don't know. He's like, what is the rules? I said, you're good, man. It's top 10%.
Yeah, 556 is going to be fine. Win percentage. 750 plus. Those teams deserve a bump for sure. Yeah, 700 maybe. You'll have to look at see what their wins were, see what their record was against teams above their class. But you got to you have to like really stand out for a national bump. I feel, unless you're in the men's D division
And from New Hampshire.
from New Hampshire. Yeah. But not anymore.
Tournaments are good.
Yeah.
We've magically erased some.
You got a
of
C
these.
team reclass getting bumped to not bumped, and then you have a team that left Maine for a cup of coffee getting bumped, not rebumped. Like,
Yeah, where do we want to start on the men's? I mean,
we got one more. Let's go one more.
Oh, we're
Women's
going
D.
one more.
This is where you're seeing a lot of Connecticut women's softball.
Okay.
So Home Invaders, Victoria's Secret, those ladies, Game Up Girls, Venom, Rally Pigs. Now, Game Up Girls, is that Game Up Hydration as well?
Yeah.
Holy shit! So he's throwing money at 3 different teams.
Yeah, I think they're local. I think they're local to the Plex.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They play ASA too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is where you have. I mean, obviously, there's no, at least in the top 12, you have no teams from Mass, New Hampshire, Vermont, or Maine. So it's all Southern New England. It's all that tri-state area, and you throw in the non-Amish bombshell and outlaws as well.
How do we know it's not?
Because they're fucking 10-9 in 2002, and then 6-5.
I never know.
If they were Amish, they would be.
They wouldn't
like,
have as many ties.
15-1. So, but Rally Pigs, they've had 2 good years. Venom's been strong for a couple of years now.
Venom got bumped, right?
No.
No.
Venom from Rockford, Illinois got bumped.
Oh, I guess that's the one.
And
I
Rally
saw.
Pigs got bumped.
And then
Rally Pigs did get bumped at a 667.
they finished too high, huh?
I don't know.
What did they
man.
do at Worlds?
Oh, they came in 3rd at a West World Championship. How many teams were on
They
this?
went 3-2.
3
And
and
they
2.
won D Northeast Regional.
What?
How many teams,
were in
though?
that?
Well, I'm not there yet. I mean,
There were
we're already doing way more than you expect.
13 teams in that women's C at GSL.
There we go. Don't worry, go. I got you.
There's 5 teams.
They came in
They
3rd.
won the Northeast Regional.
Yeah, but how many
5.
teams?
5.
Yeah, that's nothing.
No,
It has to be 25 from what we've heard.
just short.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Huh.
Oh, there is a women's D team out of Maine. Highly. Wow. Interesting. Well,
I don't know
Rally
if I
Pigs,
totally-
welcome to see.
I do not. Yeah, I mean they're 1-2 against B.
19
4 and 5,
4?
4 and 5 against C. So
I don't know.
maybe they're a C team. If they're playing more games against C teams, maybe they're I don't know, 4 and 5, 500. You can always be either above that or right below it. So maybe, but I don't think
did they beat those C teams that are 1 and 15?
Yeah, let's see what the C teams that they beat are.
You know what I mean?
Even in that tournament, they came in third out west. They scored 44 and gave up 43. So they couldn't have done too much.
They got run ruled by Good Time, run ruled by Sharks.
They beat Good Time. What was their record? They were good, right?
Good Time was okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they beat.
I think Good Time was an 0-2.
Yeah, so they beat Good Time 18-1.
And that was at the beginning of the year.
So that's 2 out of their 4 wins are the same team.
Yeah.
They're a cold weather team.
They sure are.
Beginning of the year, yeah. I mean, so yeah, they're not. I mean, the teams that got bumped.
Frank Pick was asked if Amish women play. They do, and it's really impressive. They play in their
bonnet.
Yes, with no shoes on, bro.
What?
Go on YouTube, and they have their games streamed from their Amish tournaments. They play with no shoes on.
Those are messy. Those feet are too messy.
We got to get out to that Paul Laney Memorial Tournament.
What kind of OnlyFans do these Amish women have?
Rumspring is a hell of a time for their feet.
There's a guy on Facebook. His name is Wes Kaufman. He's from out that way. He always posts those tournaments and those games.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch. I mean, these girls they're in their, I don't know their outfits. I don't know what they're called.
I just say bonnet
stuff we see at.
I just say bonnet. The Pilgrims,
dude, they're going full board, sliding. They're falling because they can't extend their legs because the dresses are too tight. Like it's crazy. They play barefoot. Dresses? Yeah, they're in.
Yeah,
look it up right now.
Give
yourself a second.
I can't wait. I'm gonna dress Amanda up tonight in like some 1910s.
No, he says dress, but I don't know if it. I mean, it touches the ground.
It touches the ground. Yeah. Go on YouTube right now.
Gown.
Amish women's softball. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna make Amanda fucking show her ankles tonight.
They play barefoot.
Long sleeves and a full skirt.
Some girls wear softball uniforms, and some of them wear their traditional Amish get-ups.
Yeah, it's interesting. When I was with Matt Cromie, doing the Majors World Series, no big deal. We got talking about it. I got talking with Josh Schlabach. We got talking just about Amish culture in general, and I would like to have them on again. It was something we didn't get into with Fair and Fry. I pulled up the first YouTube video I saw, and Mike, there's no dresses on this field,
bro. What is there? You got to find a better video.
First of all, this says mostly Amish girls. I haven't seen a woman yet.
No,
I don't know what.
All right, so we're watching the same ones.
I think it's Topeka, Indiana, or Topeka, Kansas, is where the tournament is.
Okay, but it is interesting when you actually listen. If you aren't a dick and you just treat people like they're people and have a conversation, listen, Dustin, I know you do things a little differently. When you go to a tournament, you play, and then when you're knocked out, you get fucked, and I love it. I love picking you up at I like picking you up at the stadium like you're my son.
that was my play
so much fun. That was great. But I just like having these conversations, and Matt Cromie and I had the conversation not on air because we weren't allowed to. But I just like having this conversation, and there's nothing different. Like it's just like any other decisions we all make. It's just a community. Like that's all it is. It's like going down south and there's all these fucking Baptist churches, and it's like what the fuck is going on here? And then people come up to fucking the Northeast, and it's like, oh, y'all just are white people. Like that's it. So it's interesting. I would love to come out to the Laney next year or any year. The Bring It RV is going to fucking happen. All American Restoration, Jimmy Thurman, new sponsor to the podcast. Welcome to the show, my man. Jimmy fucking Thurman of All American Restoration, baby. We're doing big things. Keith Beloli, Jimmy Thurman, and the boys. We're having ourselves a show.
I just put a YouTube video in the comments for you to look. Check out the catcher.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Mike Snyder. Mike Snyder. Oh, you know what? Did we find? Oh my God! Look at the Paulini. Look at this. Okay. So, Josh, are you still in the comments here? Josh, if you're in the comments, can you?
Yes.
If you're okay, do you want to jump on real quick? I kind of would like to talk about this. To be honest, are you guys good with that?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, go
We
for it.
all night.
All right, I do because this is something.
Oh my
This
God.
is listen. We know how good. This is wild.
Mike, they're wearing shoes.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I'm
Josh will tell you they
disappointed in
don't.
this.
They don't. Some of them don't wear shoes. I'm telling you. I saw it this year when I was watching it.
I'm just telling you're 0 for 2 right now.
Also looks like a smaller park, maybe.
Just
No,
an
I think
angle.
this is where the guys play.
Okay, maybe it's just the way.
There's not as many fans in the back.
But I was talking to
Still quite a bit,
Matt
right? Right,
I was
right
ta-
center. There's a decent crowd back there.
What year was this? This was 2 years ago.
21.
But it's not like you're gonna see the headlights.
And I was talking to Matt Cromie's girlfriend, Ashley. I believe it was Ashley was her name.
Mhm.
And like the conversation she was having, they hang out. You know, they played with Rock Run at the ASA. They're all together, and it's just they want to be modest. Like if they're not dressed like this, it's just modest dressing. It's like, well, we don't want to be, in scandalous bikinis at a pool. It's like, well, yeah, if I had a daughter, I don't want my daughter in a thong at a fucking pool, a hotel pool. Like, yeah, I don't want that, or at a beach. This is. Ooh, a swing and a miss. See ya.
Got her. No,
Let's
that's just the
go.
first one. Yeah.
It's not this weekend. They get
All right, we got a 2-2 count right now.
Yeah.
We got
That's
a Yoder taking them out.
Oh, then-
Nice piece
yeah,
back
worked.
through the
Right
middle.
back up the middle.
I'm like, how are you running in that dress?
fast as fuck, boy.
She's not. She was playing it off the wall.
A little bit of a rock fight here.
This one coming up has a little bit of a slit to the pant leg.
This is her softball uniform. But look at the crowd. Also, here's the other thing. I don't know if you guys can see this in the background here. Look at the crowd here in the back in the outfield. It's packed. Like, we've heard about this Laney tournament and how crazy it gets and how many people go.
You could be
Nice
part
pitch.
of the Rumspringa experience if you go to this.
I think it's
The
like a
J-Ro
whole, I
from
think it's
Bring
a
It.
whole week long of tournaments.
I
was a
will,
really
I
good
will move to
sport.
fucking Ohio for a week.
I don't even
Oh,
know
move
where.
that bat.
Jeez.
Hell no.
Yeah, they're
They're trying to break ankles out there.
Yeah, that's on the catcher's got to do it.
and I still
Well-
haven't seen anyone without wearing shoes.
I'm gonna
mean-
find the one with no shoes. I'm telling you,
On deck's not even wearing sleeves.
they play with no shoes. I'm telling you.
But here's the thing: is it's she's still modest. So if she's Amish, if she's not, she might be. We've all played against teams where Mooch. You think Mooch is Amish, and he's with Rock Run or Roof X, excuse me. It's all about the modesty approach. So I also understand that sometimes you're going to see this, and sometimes you're not. And we got the pitch delivered. Ooh, nice piece out of the left center gap. That ball is hit out towards the fence. Oh, I miss streaming
Double.
games so much.
I got one for you guys. I found a.
Put in the comments.
Hold on, I found a 17-second clip. She's got no shoes on.
Is it Mooch not wearing shoes when he
No.
pitches for the Amish?
I think I was lying to you guys. Here
I
you
know
go.
Hickey's not watching us tonight. Hickey's not watching us because he's at the convention, but hopefully he tunes in and just like, guys, look what they want to do. This is all they want to do. Oh, you got a fucking short? Oh, boy.
It was
I don't
17
know how
seconds.
I
That's
know,
all
but I
I
don't
can-
know how
those
this
are
is
two
going to play
shirts.
out.
Come on, you're better than that.
Am I? Am I, though? All right, let's see. Let's see what this looks like. All right.
That field's packed too.
No shoes. Look at no shoes. Stand up triple. No shoes.
No way.
Look at what it says.
Who's
can't
doing it
even
in
Look
landscape?
at the umpire. Go back. He's got the Amish hat on.
Stand up triple. No shoes.
That
I'm
was
telling you, they play with
oh.
no shoes.
He's got the beard for it.
Oh my God.
This is,
Look
I
at
love
this.
this.
Look at no
This is
shoes.
incredible.
Yeet! Down the right field line, hammering out there, getting the real good grip between her toes.
Looks
Let's
like
see what she
ASA
gets,
too.
Yeah, it is all ASA.
Oh, she did a little stutter step around too. Wow. This is
Yeah, I think no shoes actually makes you faster.
really? Okay, next year I'm doing that, D.
All right, can we stay on track just a little bit here?
Well, until Josh joins us, yes.
All right, so we did the women's. We've done
Yes,
the
we
women's.
did. I do want to shout out again. I know she was on the show. I do want to talk about Alyssa Derrick real quick. I do want to say congratulations again to Alyssa Derrick going up as the rookie of the... Oh!
Finish your thought, and then
Alyssa
we'll
Derrick
on.
is
Okay.
moving up to the majors. Congratulations to Alyssa Derrick, the rookie of the year in conference, and now moving up to majors to play with Lady SNI. My guy, Josh, what is up, baby? The pitcher.
Not much. How about you, J-Ro?
I can't. I never pronounce it properly. How do I pronounce it properly?
Yeah, what is the proper
Schleyball.
pronunciation?
Schleyball.
Schleyball.
Okay.
Fuck, there's too many consonants in there. So Schleyball Towing, the pitcher from Schleyball Towing who plays U-Trip D, but ran shit at U-Trip C, finished 4th, and then
One Nation C,
One
I think,
Nation,
yeah.
One Nation C, and then One Nation B's because why wouldn't they? Josh, my guy, what the fuck is going on, baby? How you doing?
much,
How's
man.
Ohio treating you?
Nah, real good. You got her.
Like
You
real
get-
good, like they say, real good.
You getting any of that good warm weather right now, or what?
It's nice weather, or nice weather right now. That's for sure. Mornings are
I gotta
nice,
tell ya.
cool, days are real nice.
I love that, Josh. It was awesome to see you at Worlds. I blew off a couple people that tried talking to me because I got a chance to talk to my guys from Schleyball Towing in Vieira during the Worlds. Josh, we talked about Laney. I want to get out there for Laney one year. It looks amazing. What is going on here, though? So I do want to talk, it's all about modesty, right? But we seeing the people play in the traditional dress, of what people can, are used to seeing in Amish.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on there? Why are they playing in the traditional dress and not in, let's say, an athletic attire like what you guys can play in?
So when the Amish join the church, or when the Amish are part of the church, then they're technically not allowed to wear that kind of attire. So therefore, they still want to play ball, so they play ball in whatever they got. Dresses, you name it. Whatever they want to play, they play. And it is interesting, and it is fun to watch. Trust me.
Well, yeah, we just saw a triple with no shoes on. What's with the no shoes? What kind of shoes are we wearing that they decide no shoes is better?
I guess that's personal preference, man.
It's got to be a clay infield, I'm guessing, something nice and nice on the feet. But
Field two's gravel.
I want to know just how many of these women are not wearing shoes. Mike led with it as they're not wearing shoes out there. All we saw is shoes. We got one clip.
95% of them wear shoes. 95%.
Okay, but it's just this really. It's just the one that hit the triple. Maybe that is the one that's not wearing shoes, and maybe these women need to not wear shoes to, blaze around those bags.
Yeah, if it helps, it helps.
Wait till you see me at Challenge Cup with no shoes on, seeing if I get +1 speed.
You are on a Challenge Cup team already?
Yes, sir.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got lucky. I got lucky too.
Oh, stop it! You got lucky. Be
Buddy ball?
One Nation
Buddy
champion.
ball or...
One Nation C, D. You finished. I actually,
Yeah. What an impressive
Todd,
year.
What happened with D? We thought you guys were going to be a top 3 team. What happened?
We should have been 100%. We should have been. We had 2 of our starting outfielders not make the trip. Our starting center fielder and left fielder didn't make the trip, and we had 4 or 5 new pickups, and we should have still won as far as that goes. My opinion. I'll never play to lose, but if I want to blame it on something besides not playing well, it was that. But we definitely should have won, my opinion. But
you guys, I mean, we played you, D, you weren't on the team, but we played you in Mojo, and I kept seeing.
I was on the team at Worlds, though.
You were a team in the Worlds that we won.
that was
where
a
we
shit
were playing.
show.
That was, dude. I leaned into that 4-foot strike pretty heavily, and you guys did not like that.
No, it was that was a crapshoot. That was a crapshoot.
That was the worst umpiring I've ever seen.
100%.
And we had that guy like 3 or 4 times, and the strike zone was never the same.
No,
He never called it again.
He called strike 2, but strike 3 was it was complete dog shit. Like it was nowhere near what
I think we had him in the winners bracket final, and D, you were going to the mound, and I think I walked out with you like before you got to the line. I was like, hey, it's the same guy. You're like, no shit. I'm like, throw the flat strike. No shit. And he didn't fucking call it.
Yeah, it just wasn't there. It's interesting how some umpires we're not, calling this guy out.
Bullshit. We are. I am.
We
Fuck
are.
it.
I mean, yeah.
It's the rumors and bump
guy
show.
was all over.
You guys told me Frank sucked.
And I mean that is the one thing with One Nation that we've heard consistently is, the umpiring is just not consistent. It's not there yet. It's the same thing in U-Trip, ASA. I mean, it's just we hear about it in our little area from like tournaments like the Mojo where it's 7,000 teams, right? So that's the stuff that we hear that gets back to us, but it's pretty inconsistent throughout. I mean, we were at a charity tournament this weekend that the rules were changed from game 1 to game 2 and 3. Like it's just it is what it is. Hopefully they can get better. I would have loved to see what that game would have been like if it was a normal strike zone. Because I mean, Josh, like hats off to you guys. You guys had a fucking amazing year, right? Like just an awesome year. It's going to be fun to see what you guys can do and see. I think you guys are going to obviously, you guys can already do it and see. We saw it in One Nation, so it's going to be fun to see what you can do at U-Trip too.
Yep, yeah, it's gonna be fun next year. It's gonna be fun.
Well, here's a question, Josh. We're on here. It's the Rumors and Bump Show.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys changing much on your team? What's your team looking like for next year? I'm assuming majority of the team's back, but that's all.
Got a big smile over there.
Yeah, look at that. What we got for a B drop?
Oh boy, we don't know everything just yet, but there might be some surprises coming. We don't know. There could be some surprises.
There might be a Yoder or Miller or a Fry joining. Is that what you're saying?
there might be something coming.
Ooh. I mean, listen, outside of all the bullshit and the joking around, playing you guys was always fun. When I got a chance to see you guys on Friday night, your game between, who was that team you played Friday night? And I apologize, I don't remember their name.
Down at Vieira.
Rock City.
Are you talking about C Worlds or D Worlds?
D Worlds. D Worlds.
So many worlds. Yes,
sorry.
Friday night, I think that was 6-pack out of Kentucky.
6-pack, Kentucky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was a hell of a game you guys played.
That was a tough game. If I remember correctly, we started out.
You put up like 13 in the first.
Yeah, and then they came back and kind of chipped away and made it a really good game. But yeah, they played us. I believe when we won GSL D Worlds in Columbus, they were our winner bracket final and our final team that we played there. So,
I remember we were chatting beforehand. You were saying that it was going to be a tight game. There's a lot of bad blood between y'all because of the previous tournaments that you played them. Where I think you guys held them to 3 runs, you said, in the GSL winners bracket final and the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw you guys go up, 12, 13, 14 nothing at the top of the first. Next thing, because we were back-to-back fields, I turn around and I said, holy shit. Y'all are in a dogfight. Like that turned into a tight game real quick.
It did. That was our one thing going down was power-wise, only having 3 home runs. I knew that'd be, once we're out of home runs, it's a big equalizer to the other team. And that's how we lost both of our games, was hitting our home runs early, not using them smart, and that's how we lost.
Well, because you have that, who's your left fielder, right, was your DHH in One Nation?
Okay, he's the one that didn't make the trip down.
Oh!
He raked at One Nation D Worlds. He was 20 for 25, 14 home runs, 5 walks, and a single. So he's responsible for 19 home runs in GSL D Worlds.
Sounds like a D guy for sure.
Oh yeah, 100% D guy. and he wasn't even a chip.
Also, Coco, this guy's what? Maybe 5'8", 140 pounds soaking wet.
Yep.
Oh,
Exactly.
so the nightmare Amish team that you see before you go to Worlds. Good. Yeah. No, I do. I hate them.
Who? And I never got this young man's name. Who's the guy with the mustache? Your center fielder with the mustache, or the right fielder? He's your one of your. I think he's a center fielder.
Yeah, Jake Pertel. He played right field for us all year, but we only had one starting outfielder. He played in center down there in Florida.
So you showed up at D Worlds and U Trip with one starting outfielder and still finished fifth.
And yeah,
cute.
Yep.
Cute. Can you imagine showing up to D Worlds, like, or whatever, a Worlds tournament, like your outfielders aren't there, and you're looking at your bench, and you're looking at fucking me, being like, Jesus Christ, we can put a donkey out in left field. Or we can put
I mean, Jero, I was just gonna say, like, the Amish teams, right? They all look like outfielders.
This is true. Shortstops and outfielders. That's it.
I mean, yeah, not a lot of them look like me and you.
No.
They're not, like, you could definitely tell, like, okay, yep, that's an Amish team. They're all in shape. They're all hitting doubles on singles, my single. And then there are teams like, me. They got me, you, a couple of other guys that are clearly overweight. But
Josh, so what? So how we're looking good next year? Let's, while you're here, was there any team on the preliminary bump list that you were surprised about in your area, whether it be B, C, D, anybody? Were you surprised by any U-Trip bumps this year?
Not in particular, since the Hornets won C Worlds. Obviously, they took a completely different team down there than they had all year. So they only took probably less than half their guys down that played for them all year. So they went down. They went down loaded. They got the bump. They wouldn't have been bumped if they wouldn't have taken that team down. And then JNL, obviously, they won GSL Worlds in Columbus and GSL in Vegas. I knew they were going to get bumped.
they were a heavy favorite in the One Nation tournament too.
Yeah, exactly. And as far as from D to C, I didn't pay much attention to any D teams this year.
I don't blame you. I barely did too.
Ohio in general, though, what an absolute crazy year that they had. Just with teams just playing really well. I mean, the Frickers go.
Shout out Fricker.
Yeah.
We didn't beat them once with our regular C team all year. We always had decent games against them, but never could get over that hump.
Our regular C team. You mean the team you showed? The team you were
regular
showing
D team.
at D Worlds? Yeah, the D team.
Yeah, not the team we showed up with at B Worlds for One Nation.
So it sounds like I like that you're calling the Hornets a little to the carpet here, saying that they showed up with a unique team in Vieira. Is that what you're doing?
They did. They loaded up for it, and they deserved every bit of winning that tournament.
What? Now the Hornets are Ohio. It really is. Like, you look at it, like you look at the Ohio softball, and I kind of love the fact that Ohio softball does what they do. You have players, and even Ohio and Indiana, you take out the whole Amish aspect of it. I love seeing cold weather states, Ohio, Indiana, do well. Last year, you had New York, you had chosen with New York, make a run. You have the Bologna women winning, GSL AB. I like seeing when you see these teams north of whatever, the Mason-Dixon line going down to Vieira and making a name outside. You had the Washington team in D Worlds finish deep.
We
what was that? Like Young Buck or whatever, some hunting shit.
They played real well.
Yeah, like fuck these sandbagging Florida Georgia teams.
Oh, 100%.
With illegal rosters. Like, I would love to have seen how that Texas team did in D that lost to that Florida team with the illegal roster with the A player, allegedly, on it. But it is...
he didn't play A.
Did he play
We're hearing
B?
now that he actually did not play A.
Ooh. That's what I heard from the guys down here. He did not play A.
Oh, shocking! Oh, wow, you're already drinking that. You're drinking. You sure
Florida
that's
sticks
sweet tea
together.
and not that Florida sweet tea?
You know what the problem was? He was
What?
trying to play under his brother's name. That's what they said.
Oh,
And wouldn't show his ID.
Jesus Christ! In college, for $25, you could get a fake ID. Why aren't you doing that for softball if you're playing under a fake name?
And
What are
the thing,
you borrowing your brother's ID?
they were playing a Florida team. They knew him. They said, "Don't play him."
Stay off the roster. Stay out of the dugout and try to just win the game. Don't be stupid. Josh, so here's a question. You know, One Nation up in this neck of the woods isn't big. In the Northeast. You know, it's getting there. Bobby Bettino's doing a great job down in Connecticut with One Nation.
That's done.
It's done?
it's done.
Bobby's back with you, Trip. I heard.
Cool. All right.
It
So
was
we're
a
on
good
the
run
here,
here
folks.
for
Yeah.
One Nation.
Pulse is in my anus, but we're on it.
That's
So
what I
One
heard.
Nation-
That's the word on the streets.
Second rumor of the
He
show.
is running the Connecticut closer on Saturday.
So we have the two rumors we have so far are the Hornets loaded up. Oh no, the fact that Schleba Towing is it has some nice bead drops, and that One Nation is done in the Northeast. Cool, great run,
And-
boys.
All Amish women run with no shoes on.
Yes.
So this is a fucking hot rumor show. All right, but you've played both. Like you played a lot of One Nation. You played a lot of One Trip over the last 2 years.
one trip.
One Trip.
Triple Nation, one
It's
trip.
it's a fucking Mai Tai night. I just hammered a double IPI. Fuck. All right, Josh. What do you like better?
My
What
God.
rules in U-Trip versus One Nation do you like better? What do you want to see kind of integrated in the other?
I'd say the main thing that I saw this year, particularly because last year we didn't play a whole lot of U-Trip, would be the U-Trip umpires and just the way U-Trip runs their things are a lot cleaner, a lot better than One Nation does, my opinion. I coach the team and I also play, and the respect level, the U-Trip umpires that I've dealt with, that I've had the experience with, I'd say it's night and day difference than One Nation, just because we play primarily One Nation. And when you go to U-Trip tournaments that are ran correctly, like softball should be, I'd say it's night and day, and I like U-Trip better. Obviously, the IEO sucks, but we were playing D, so that was our own fault. So
Yeah, fuck when you win B
I think that's kind of like what we say about ASA when we go to ASA Nationals.
mhm.
I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Dustin, could you agree this year ASA?
I mean, ASA Nationals at any level is better than any world tournament that there is.
Mhm.
I would say, just the fact that every player has to show their ID before they step on the field,
Mhm.
sign that that's them. Every single bat is tested before you step on the field, regardless. I mean, and this is going back to 2014, 2013 when we played each other in Columbus, Mike.
Mhm.
D, C, B, A, everyone's getting their bat tested before the tournament even starts.
Yep.
I mean, it's those two things that people always harp on. And what happens at Worlds where, the one seed loses because there's one guy on the team. I mean, there was a pitcher when we went to eWorlds, Coco, where they literally showed the umpire or whoever the tournament director a picture of the guy on Facebook pitching in the C Worlds like 2 weeks beforehand. Like, this is the guy.
Disney
he was
Disney used to be the worst, man.
Yeah, and then that guy's tossed. The team is done, but they just beat 3 or 4 teams in the losers
Yeah,
bracket.
it was Sunday, I think.
Like,
Well-
if it's done before the tournament starts and you're all playing on the same level playing field, like, the director is going out there and saying, this is the team that I've approved to play in this tournament. So once you get there, you can't say this this player on this team is above what he should be playing, because it's already that does not matter. It's already approved by the director. It's been approved by everyone. But if you're saying that this guy is actually not on their team, that wouldn't even happen if they're showing their ID, signing where their roster spot is, and then the second thing is bats. Everyone, I mean, if you're not going to C's, D's, E's with fucking bats that are 200 or under,
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot. Yeah, you're probably not going to be. You're not going to be there at the end.
Or if you're not sponsored by a bat company on a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but I mean, everyone else is going down there with bats that and I'm not saying that they're fucked with. All I'm saying is that they're bats that have been broken in, and they're using them, and they don't pass compression. It happens every time.
Every year.
Literally an hour, like, I don't know, at this point, probably 30 minutes ago, said I was at D Worlds last year swinging a bat that wasn't passing. It was a 240 bat, but it didn't pass because I know they're not. And then when compression testing came up, I had a bat that I was going to swing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love Connecticut this year. That's why, when we went to One Nation Worlds in Mojo as well, Josh, there's testing right away. I think testing needs to be integrated into every fucking tournament.
It needs to be a new rule in the book.
Yeah, and I'm going to call out U-Trip on this one. If One Nation can test 400 teams bats for one weekend,
sticker them.
U-Trip,
yeah, U-Trip can do it for an 80 team. They can do it for 100 team. They can do it for 150 team.
I think it needs to be in the rule book.
Someone from U-Trip was listening to us to make sure that we're following the rules so they can hear our idea for what they should be doing. It's perfect.
We still have the Venmo up here. We're still not making money. Like, fucking deal with it.
The majority of the players are in C and below. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't just let those divisions run wild.
No,
with crazy bats.
We're not all Mike Snyders here.
Listen, we played Eagle Paint at SeaWorlds. You were there, Dustin. I've swung every Anarchy bat ever made. This fucking blue bat they had sounded like an absolute cannon. I said, listen to the third base coach. I said, listen, bud, I got 40 of them in my closet. I've swung every single one. I have my own bat coming out. Not a single one of mine sounds like that.
Right.
Did we see the bat again after that hitter? No, we did not. It was tested. It was tested. It could still I've never heard one sound like that. We didn't see it again. They did kick our ass, but we did not see that bat again.
But you won the high road.
Yeah, he should have got thrown out. Umpire was being soft.
You definitely should. Josh, how do you like having the DHH? So you played, as we've mentioned, you went a lot of One Nation into U-Trip. How did the DHH, the designated home run hitter, affect your team between playing both One Nation and U-Trip? Did you like the DHH even?
Oh, I love the DHH.
Yeah, because he went 20 for 24 for fuck's sake.
When you're playing a lower class or whatever, DHH will win every game for you if you have the most consistent DHH on the field. He'll win games for you. In C, One Nation, obviously it helped us a ton just because we have two guys on our team that can consistently hit them out. But I do like the idea of having to have more back control than just hitting them out, because it's easy to free swing, just swing up, but it's harder to swing for base hits if you actually have to.
That makes a lot of sense. It's, if you do have a guy like y'all had, it changes it at D, right? Like, that's the thing. But when you're playing C, I don't know, man, I think back to we didn't have a great DHH, sorry, Pawns, when we played you guys, but like, you could probably pick 6, 7, 8 guys that could go up and hit a ball out anytime they want. Maybe more, even, looking at the roster. So
your DHH be your best hitter.
You do or don't?
I think you almost do, because you don't have to change your swing as much. You get these guys that get pressure up there. If he's your best hitter, he is not changing his swing. He's just hitting the ball, and if it goes out, it goes out. Sometimes you get you put that DHH on someone, they don't hit a homer.
I'm telling you right now, if I'm a DHH, like D, I don't know about you, Corey. Sorry, you're not going to be included in this conversation.
No, that's fair. I didn't.
But like, if I'm a DHH, my swing, the only thing I'm changing is if I'm trying to stay on top of it or hit backside or something, or if I'm just trying to drive a ball.
I'm a terrible DHH.
I'd be a bad DHH too. I like getting a base hit better.
I just don't like to. I mean, everyone likes to hit homers, but I don't like that. Hey, just go ahead homer.
Yeah,
I don't like
my
it.
bro-
I
my
love
brother's
the rule. I love the rule.
Me
I
too.
love
I
the DHH rule.
I don't like being it.
I just don't. I don't think.
And I don't take any pitches, so it doesn't do the team any good. Every fucking time.
Now I can join the conversation.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's tough too. Like I'm one of those guys who also I would rather pitch in a home run derby than hit in a home run derby.
Tell you what, shout out to Benny Call
just
for
don't like-
fucking winning me a home run derby.
Always in the Crocs, baby.
Oh, no, but this year in league, I beat. I wish I was bummed. TB lost.
We're going back to this, huh?
Yeah, I wanted to beat TB, but anyway, I
Get
beat
another beer.
Low. Whatever, no big deal. Brendan Laporte, no big deal. Anyway, Josh, going into next year, we're playing C1 Nation and CU Trip.
You guys are or we are?
No, you are.
We got bumped to B.
Schleba
In One
Towing got.
Nation?
Oh wait, because you're a
Yeah.
C1 Nation already. Yeah. That's right. I forgot how.
I heard they were actually going. I heard they were actually going U-Trip conference. B.
Was that a rumor?
I'd-
Another rumor?
I
There
haven't
been
seen
any
a no.
no's set.
Haven't seen a no. So
Oh.
Oh, Schleba Towing going to Conference B in U-Trip? Is this true? Come on, give us a little breaking news.
we actually
little
did hear before the D tournament started. We did hear that it was going to take a B team to beat them at U-Trip.
Hold on one
I believe
second.
at U-Trip D.
Let's get the music going, Josh. Are we going next year, 2024? USSSA, Schleba Towing. Are we going Conference B?
I can't say that yet.
Oh!
Allegedly.
Hot take. I love it. Let's fucking go. Wow, you just thought we were coming on to talk Amish women's softball. Next thing you know, we're talking about Conference B rumors. I love it. Either which way, Josh, it's been an absolute pleasure playing against you this year, getting to know you this year. It's funny because I think it was Softball Uncensored, Evan Hardy, with the One Nation, or maybe it was a Make Softball Great Again post with Bob and seeing the horrible One Nation umpires. Not saying it's anything against anybody. There was just a post. I'm just reporting the news. So it's out there. It's on the fucking interwebs.
It was bad. It was bad to watch you guys at the Worlds. It was awful.
Yeah,
it was skee-ball.
it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was bad.
Hey, what would you rather play? I mean, you played both One Nation C, which is a good level, especially in Ohio, or U-Trip D. Where would you rather have played this year a full season?
U-Trip C more than U-Trip D.
Do you think that you would have done just as well, if not better, at U-Trip C?
Most likely.
I
Close.
think so too.
Close.
I think so too.
Our team was built for a C team, but the guys have never been to Florida. I was never in Florida. We were ranked D, so why the heck not go try
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Might as well.
Florida's different now with the balls, man. Anyone you play up.
Yeah.
The balls recently in the last
Have
2
been
years, I'd say, are
big.
fucking insane.
Yeah, play up. There's no reason to play down with the way these balls are. Play up.
Yep.
They fly, man.
Absolutely.
If you can do it, do it.
Well, listen, Josh, I appreciate you jumping on here so quickly. It's been awesome. I've had a blast getting to know you this year. Looking forward to seeing you next year, hopefully in C's. Hopefully in C's. Maybe at the I'll be at the Mojo again this year. Yeah. I'll be in C's next year.
I'm excited. If you guys are in C, I'm excited to see how you do.
Well, thank you. It should. We should definitely line up and see what we can do next year. So it should be.
Well, it sounds like we're not going to. I mean, the only way we're seeing them is if we play in a conference tournament. So we'll see you at B Worlds. Hey, Josh, good luck. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch up soon, buds.
Good year. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Take it
bud.
easy, Josh.
That was fucking great. That was great. Jeez,
Yeah, that was awesome. I didn't know who Josh was. I know that we've played against him, and I know who he is by seeing him, but never talked to him.
He's such a good dude.
What a fucking great year from those guys.
Fuck,
Like,
so good.
That team was really really good in One Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Tony pumped him up for us.
Yeah.
And I was like, we just run rolled these guys. I don't get what you're talking about. I was throwing modified. They didn't like it.
I meant to bring that up, but we just got going on a conference B. That was going to be my question when you brought up the B level. Was the modified pitches you were throwing? That was I'd never seen a team lose it like that from them.
I did bring it up. Yeah, I mean
I know you brought it up. I wanted to bring it up again. I'm really hammering home.
But let's get into more.
Let's get into the men's.
We have more bumps, and then we're gonna
We're gonna break the time record tonight, I think.
Oh yeah, Hickey's gonna go back to this after the convention. Hickey's gonna be like, "Yes, I've got 4 hours."
Right to his veins.
Keith's yelling at me in text. It's probably past Keith's bedtime. He's yelling.
Yeah, you're getting the same ones I'm getting.
Yeah.
Text me when the rumors start.
Yeah. Shit, I got out of that text group real quick. I guess it's I had 2 weeks off of not responding to people. I got out of that text group. Shit, Keith, I'm back, baby. I'm back, Keith. I had some big things going on in my life, so we'll find out soon enough. All right, we're gonna start with Mike's favorite division, men's E.
E to D.
E.
Yeah.
Oh, Cookies, finally, 10 years, they're finally going to play D.
Is that real? 10 years of E?
Well, Chad, how old do you think Chad is if you didn't know his age?
Oh, Jesus. How was he act or how old he really
how
is?
old, if you're looking at Chad, how old do you say he is?
I think he's probably like my age-ish, mid-40s. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's in his late 40s.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say like 44, 45.
Yeah. I think Chad, I don't remember when he came in second or third at D Worlds. I think it was 2003.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Well, here's
they should have been playing D this year. STEM and City Sound.
City Sound for sure. City Sound finished 3-2 in D Nationals.
Yeah. Both of them should have been D this year.
I thought City Sound did well enough in the national and the World's last year too.
I agree, and it was the same thing with the D National last year. I thought some of those D teams that did good at the D National last year should have been C this year.
Which teams were those?
Yeah, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Well, you can't fucking bring it up. You can't do like Mike. You knew where you were fucking showing up on this podcast, and you're showing up like me with no fucking any type of information behind you. You're just coming up with hot takes.
I think the reloaded guys did, but I think they went up on their own.
They did.
They broke up, but they were good. They were good at the end of last year.
But Mike, you look at that reloaded team. Teams need to look at that reloaded team. They did not get bumped. They were bumped on their own. It might have actually been 6-borough.
6B should have been
6B.
They came in second.
Yeah. And
they went up on their own.
And they went up on their own. I think reloaded won and they went up. But both of those teams were like 2-2 at Sea Worlds. Some of them like showed flashes of like being like a pretty decent team in the C division. I don't think there's that much of a difference between the D and the C division to want to get back down to D. I mean, now there's the really bad D teams are kind of stuck.
Bad.
But there are middle of the pack to upper. I mean, you say upper in a 50-team tournament, you're looking at top maybe 10. Mm-hmm. Top 10 in D Nationals could probably be a 500-ish team in C.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you're telling me last year, Reloaded got bumped last year?
Yes.
Yeah. Like that's Reloaded last year. 12-11 power ranking, 40-16 in class.
Okay, so the re-raise guys.
Oh, the one that they played like 2 tournaments.
The re-raise guys. It was them the whole time.
Like, I really think in this group, like the fact that Max, like here's the thing, Max's last year not getting bumped was ridiculous.
Yeah, but the Max's, they were a fucking team reclass, back from C to D.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, so here's and we're gonna get to it, but the A and D guys.
All right, let's get into E.
Let's because I want to go into the A and D thing.
Because here's the thing, like I look at E and like D, we talk about that 1150 number, right? We're fucking stop. Okay, there we go.
E softball, 3 years of E softball, and you have to play D.
Done. Yep.
Unless you're 45 years and older.
I like that rule.
You gotta go.
I still don't want to go back when I'm 45.
No matter what, you can't have three years. You can't play E anymore.
Like, D, I like your 1150 North. Like, even Diamond Dynasty here, the E team, 38 and 18 in class. That's definitely consideration. 23-10, 29-16. This is where we start getting like 12.
Share that.
But it looks looks like
sorry.
they went top 15. I think. Let me see if.
Sorry, I apologize. I thought I had that shared. So this is
whatever.
kind of what I'm seeing. Like 11:30. I don't know. I even feel like an E. 11:30. Like City Sound finished. I mean, almost a D or an E. I feel like 1100 North should get bumped.
Yeah,
603.
This Den team is a new team, and they were close to getting bumped.
Where's that?
This right here. This
GEC. So GEC was the first team not to. The Pond no shows were the they got bumped.
What number?
16. So they might have done top 16 because it looks like that's an 11 or they did 1100
So
anything north of 11.
Yeah, the 17. They win one more game, they get bumped. They're a first year team.
Yeah.
But realistically, like the way that I look at anything in between E and C is like, what do you want to play? Like, what rules do you want to play by?
There's
fucking C-ball.
There's no reason to play D and E softball.
Right. You want to.
I disagree.
No.
Hold on. Dustin and I had this car. I'm playing with Dustin next year. If Dustin has, I don't care. D, do you care that I'm putting it out here?
If I have a team, you're on.
If Dustin has a C team next year, I'm playing with Dustin at C. Okay. So, but like Dustin and I had a conversation. He came to pick up our free bringing shirts. Yeah. Hey, U-Trip, we're still doing our thing. You can't shut us down. And like, I was talking about it, and I had never played travel softball before. I never played tournament softball before. I know I'm an older guy. I played Division I baseball. Like, I understand I had never played that level. Man, this was the first year I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done playing with this fucking IE bullshit. I know situations. D, you and I talked about my last at bat in our second game, where I just needed to get to the right side. Didn't care if it was an out or not. Needed to score a run. And gave myself up, like, whatever. There is a point in softball where you have to learn the game. You have to play the game, right? Like, I heard so much about that at the majors. Play the game.
Yep.
That is what my last 2.5 years of tournament softball did for me. I'm done.
You know when it's time to stop playing at a lower level. When I was playing E, it was offensive ejection.
Yeah.
You hit for the rest of the game.
When we won an E, that was ending offensive ejection.
We came in 5th. I made maybe 6 outs, 7 outs. They were after home run. They were after home runs, and they were with white steals, because that's when it's time to go. You have to, like, if you're hitting home runs after home run after home run, you got 3 or 4 guys on your team that are doing it. You got to go.
Yeah. My thing is that most of the leagues everywhere play 5 home runs and then outs. Like you like, if it's a U-Trip league, even ASA, like I feel like leagues are setting you up to play C-ball.
Yeah.
And I think that C-ball is where the average player will play. Yeah, should play.
We have one league that does inning-ending homers because the guy loves his money. So he gets the games done as fast as possible.
Yeah, that sounds so bad. Like, I mean, and near us, we have Merrimack that's 5 and then they're outs. And sometimes those like teams don't get through those 5.
That's crazy.
It's just because it's a draft league, so you're not looking at like C team versus C team or higher every single night, but you're looking at like basically like a D+ team.
Yeah.
And
D+ team to like E+ teams.
Yeah.
And here's the nice thing with that type of a rule in a league. There are nights, depending upon who is on my team, I could walk up to the plate and say, all right, I don't have to worry about 5 home runs being hit tonight. I can practice hitting a home run in every at bat if I want.
So this is what I told Hummer this year. I played in league with those guys. I don't hit I'm a better player because I don't hit home runs in those leagues because I let them hit them.
Yeah.
So by me base hitting and working on hitting and then working on 2-3 guys on hitting a homer makes me a better player. So that it's in a nutshell for everybody.
So I've actually done it different ways.
Yeah.
So I've done it where every single year I've always been like, I always take what the right swing is, whether I'm playing a tournament, league, wherever. My last year of league, I was like, I'm just going to go hit home runs, try to hit a home run every single time, which is going to bring my OBA way down for the team.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up winning the batting title, beat TB.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal.
No big deal. MBD.
Yeah. And but the thing was that like we still came in first place.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was just to me having that 1 year it was fun to just go out there and be like every single time I get up, my coach was leading me off and I was hitting solos. Like,
Drag does that in league.
And I liked it because you look at a guy like me where there were there were times I was coming off a bench depending on what type of team I was playing on. And it's like when I'm coming off a bench, it's not to hit a fucking backside single.
Mm-hmm.
It's to go attack a gap or hit it fucking to the moon.
Yeah.
So I can use that, and that's where I've talked about this. I like to see rules because it's more like baseball. Listen, I've learned how to keep the ball in the park. I worked this past off season leading into this softball season, how to hit a ball 5-6 through the infield, because my misses last year 5-6 ended up at the batting cages at the Plex.
So this is a quick question because this is my brother tells me my best swing is. Do you swing 100% every time?
Yes, because here's my thing. Like,
70,
I know where you're going with this.
75% is your best swing. My brother tells me this every time. Try it.
You don't need to hit a ball 700 feet.
Try
you
it.
just need to hit it 301.
I understand, and here's the difference. Even when I'm golfing, I'm 100% of a swing until I get about 125 yards in, 130 yards in. And then it's a half swing 100%. That's my, whatever. And then it's just the touch. It was trying to find what that swing is. So I've always, when I've tried to let off and not swing, I have to go, I attack balls. And I can attack a ball. And now I can attack a ball on either side of the plate and not worry about hitting it out of the park as much.
Go 75% in a gap next time you play.
Oh, when there's no home runs left, I'm standing in the batter's box just driving it backside. And you can put 7 people on backside, I'm still finding a fucking hit.
Mm-hmm. That's my
I'm
biggest
going to try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, because I agree with you. Like, I know I need to work on being able to just kind of. I've been watching videos, especially in different tournaments, and when we used to stream games, RIP. Watching guys just kind of punch it, just kind of chop it, like cut it over here and pooch it over there. When I do that, I don't practice it, so my hands get real loose, and like my concentration is like dropped down a notch. So that's where it becomes a weak out, and then I'm also afraid of it being a bitch ass fucking out.
Yeah, but now if you play C, you can hit it as hard as you want. If it goes out, it's just an out.
That's why I want to play fucking C, because if I'm going backside and I hit it out, cool.
It's so beautiful.
But like if I'm driving it, wherever, if I'm just trying to cut it middle, if I'm trying to hit the pitcher, I'm not trying, but you know what I mean? Like,
no, you're trying to hit the pitcher.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm not that good. That's the thing. When you're like, oh, I'm gonna hit this guy.
Hit the pitcher.
And you swing 110%.
Yeah.
You're either popping out to the
gone.
infield, or you're gonna hit like a 16 hopper to him.
It's more of the baseball mentality, and that's how I look at it. Is when I played ball, when I was playing baseball, it was just where the ball's pitched, you drive it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to drive balls, and driving a ball doesn't always mean 300 fucking plus feet. It just means drive a ball where it's pitched.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to be a fucking, sneaky little devil and take an outside pitch and pull it, or inside pitch.
The best one.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You can, dude. It's the play.
I work on that.
18 inches, maybe 12 to 18 inches wide. Yeah.
I spent an entire year of balls of tee work on the inside part of the plate, and just I would get set. My hands would still be back here, and I would flick it just down the first base line on a pitch that is on the inside half of the plate. So it's all. But even when I'm doing that, it's still 100% of a swing. Otherwise, I'm going to miss it. So anyway.
You go hard at 100%, but you don't swing at 100%.
I go hard. That's a great way to put it, D.
Go hard at the pitch.
Yeah.
You don't need to swing 100%.
Poor Amanda. Can you imagine how she feels?
So we got the top 16 E teams getting bumped.
which is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
I
agree.
mean, a lot of these E teams, I want to say, like seeing the Wolfpack get bumped, especially with the world. How did they come 9th, 7th?
I
Something
still
like that.
think you're going to see some of these E teams move up to D that are on that
That are
Will
not
Jimmer
on this
stick?
list.
yeah, so they're like on that border line. I could see those Den guys moving up, just because it'll help them to play D.
More fun. It's more fun. Don't
Yeah.
stay in E. That is one thing that I wish I did not do is stay in D and E
Mm-hmm.
as long as I did. Like if I could have moved up quicker, I definitely would have.
This team
Yeah.
right here, this OSS Thunder Gun Express, they showed up in Oxford. They showed up in Oxford with a fucking with a collaboration of two teams, and they ran it. They finished like they had a great fucking team. 32-18, 32-19. Too easy. If it's too easy, that sounds like a South Jersey team. Like too easy. Like show up in fucking Jackson. Show up in fucking D. Like go do it.
3 years.
Plumbing's a fucking D team. All these top 25s could play D next year.
2 or 3 years at E, and then you got to go up.
Yeah,
I think that's a good rule because I think that's where, like, I mean, even 3 almost at this point sounds like a lot. What do you think, Coco?
I forgot he was here.
I was no.
I did too. Let's get him in.
This
You
is
guys, I'm letting you do your thing.
This is where I don't like. This is where the bump, like the
national bump list, or yeah.
the chip guys. There should be no fucking D guys allowed in E. Straight E
I
guys.
That's
fucking love that.
There should be no D guys allowed to play E. Straight E players.
I think that's a really good point because E is supposed to be either it's two ends of the spectrum, right? Like you're either just getting into playing tournament softball or you're just ending.
Or you're playing with your dad and your uncles.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yes. And then you win a national tournament
Right.
like the Fat Man guys did. Like old man Tony.
They're fucking
right, but
70 years old.
Look at Tony. He's fucking old as dirt, man.
Can we not?
He's actually
not fair
so
to
here's
say.
the thing. Unfortunately, he pulled his back this week.
Ugh.
He said he couldn't even put on his shoes. Very, very old.
he
But he's
really?
actually in like I just hit
Great
with him
shape.
like
Yeah.
I hit with him 2 weeks ago. He's in great shape. Like that
Yeah.
dude can hit
Yes.
in D's.
he is
can
in
hit in Ds.
unbelievable shape.
There's not, but the thing is that no D team is going to go out there and pick Tony up to be
Right.
their 56-year-old EH
D chip.
D chip.
Yeah.
But he's kind of the exception to the rule where in E, like I don't think he can hit home runs that outside of
Pulling it.
outside
Right?
of senior,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, I think
I'm looking back at my player history. I played 3 years of E, and then 4 years of D.
this isn't bragging camp.
Jesus
No, but I'm
Christ.
saying like
This
That's
is
what
why
you
it's a
should do.
3-year rule. He's like, I did 3, so I can't say less
I did
than
3.
that.
I wanted to make sure I didn't play 5.
Conference. I've played 10 years of conference.
No, but I'm saying like
I've won 18 rings.
I learned softball for 3 years,
Yeah.
and then that's it. I didn't want to play E. We left the guys we played with because we wanted to go up, and they didn't. That's why we ended up leaving those guys. But you can't.
Wait, what? You left friends?
Yeah, me and my
Oh my
brother started our
God.
own team.
Whoa. I didn't think that was allowed in softball. Wait, fucking
Well-
some people
well,
play.
There's friends, then there's softball friends. I still talk to all those guys fucking 13 years later. But
So-
Hashtag family.
So here's what I would say coming from the opposite end of it, where I feel like I kind of got stuck in E&D, not stuck, but I played E&D for a really long time. And it was like kind of localized to New Hampshire, maybe going into Mass. Do you think there's a way that somewhere in the Northeast we could see like, or there's a way to see these E&D guys? Because there are definitely E&D guys that can play C and above at this point.
oh yeah,
Like what is the answer to getting these guys up
I know.
and getting them and getting them there?
the conference
Yes,
event
Michael.
back at the Plex.
The one that you guys were trying to run?
Oh yes, a conference event back at the Plex. That would get these guys some exposure.
Well, think about how Alyssa got picked up by Chaos, was then the conference rookie of the year, and now is playing major next year with Lady SNI. She went to a conference event in Chicago.
Yep.
Boom. Done.
You have to be willing to play up. Those years that we played E&D, we played in the major. We got our shit kicked in. One year we came in 5th as a D team when there was all the conference teams there. Mm-hmm. You have to play up. People have to see who you are. Mm-hmm. If you're going to stay local and play E&D, you're going to be there forever.
What's I'm not even going to ask that question because
ask it.
No, why play? Why play? Like, I mean, we all know my thought process on not wanting to play D anymore. Why continuously stay in E&D? I know why, but I'll let you guys start. Why continuously play E&D?
Of America. It's this day and age, man.
Yeah, everyone wants to win. Everyone thinks they can fucking win.
One of our leagues just folded again because we played in it and we beat everybody. Everyone quit besides Cookies. Look how good Cookies did this year because they played better fucking talent. How do you think we got better? We used to get our ass kicked. Everyone's babies now, man.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, that's the thing that actually got me into like playing tournament softball. Is like I went to league, and then all of a sudden, like you started playing against these guys who clearly have played. They played for years, and you beat them one time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come back and they make sure all their guys are there. And then you get your ass, you get your ass beat. And then you're like, oh shit. This is what softball could be like.
That was Czech King growing up for me.
Yeah.
We always wanted, like Czech King used to kick our ass. Like our goal every year was to try and beat them. And they would kick our ass. And then we got to the point where we were beating them. Because we worked ourselves up to be able to play higher level competition. I
played Platinum Fire. They're still the full name.
Mm-hmm.
My first year of tournament ball, and I was, Chucky and I had just become like buddies, started talking, and it was fucking awesome. I'm like, oh, we're playing fucking PF. Like, we're playing Platinum Fire. Let's see what the fuck I can do. Yeah, we got our fucking dicks kicked in, but like, man, it was fucking great. Like, I should have snapped the Yankee off, and I fucked up. Like, the ball dove on me.
Yeah,
he also robbed me. But like playing a B team as a D team, I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to learn how to hit where I want when I want.
You missed the good old days of the firecracker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We almost got beat by that. When we were Thunder, the year we came in second at A Worlds, we almost got beat in pool play by that Evo 9XE team.
That fucking Southern Maine Smoke Boys.
Yeah.
They're
we almost got you guys too.
Yeah.
In pool play.
Yeah.
When you guys were A.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was our first year of C.
Yeah, that shows you like anyone can beat anybody, especially 5 home runs.
It's still
right. When you bring it down, that was one thing that I was like, I've wondered throughout the years is like, imagine an NIT, right? Where you have to play the rules of the lowest team.
Sounds amazing.
How would that, I mean, obviously it sucks if it's an E team or a D team. If you're playing inning, ending out, it sucks.
Yeah.
But I think it would be an interesting concept. I wonder how many teams would get into that. And I also wonder, like, because I
don't think it does suck.
Like,
stop.
No, I'm not done.
No.
I'm not done.
All right.
Do you think a B or an A team would be able to go out and win an E World?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
They would win it. How many are in there? How many B and A teams are we talking about?
Asterisk. When it was inning-ending offensive ejection.
I still think at the A level you have the hitters.
Blitz middle.
The hitters are
that poor fucking pitcher.
Pitcher's dead, and back when it was an OE, everyone's in a 4-man.
Yeah,
pitcher's died, and the next guy's dead.
But you're right. Like, but D, I fucking love that. Instead of playing up to that level, why not play down? Like, I think that is an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, but that's the reason why people don't play up is because everyone wants to play down.
It's completely backwards.
I want to play up. Let's play in this tournament where I have to
play. You play in this tournament where you have to play D rules, and then you're like, oh fuck, I could go win a D World.
I want to get to 6, 8, 10 home runs. I don't want to play with fucking no homers, even back in the day.
It's crazy playing.
I don't want to play with no homers in league.
Over 14.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like you can just go up there, and if you hit one, you hit one.
Yeah.
because not everyone's going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen every time. All right.
Wally's World next year. Wally's World next year, will you draw the amount of home runs you can hit out of a hat?
Roll the dice.
Oh no, unlimited is pretty fun too.
Yeah, it is.
So we have a million E teams moving up.
All right, let's get into D real quick.
Because we haven't even started. We have 2 rumors.
Yeah,
We got 3.
I probably have 45.
All right. All right. So we got Titans and auto bump. We got FHC and auto bumped, and we have Titans and auto bump.
Okay, so we're going. Yeah. So here's my thing.
Yep.
A and D. What was their win
No.
percentage?
No.
677.
Oh,
I understand,
sorry.
but they're
Froggy
they're
is
now.
also here.
Did SST get?
SST
Oh yes,
is also
SST
bumped.
won. So yes, they got the bump. So, Cupcakes 733 win percentage.
Yeah, but you said they're not bumped anymore.
Yeah, they're not bumped anymore. So that's a tough non-bump at 733 win percentage in class. Very, very tough.
Young Guns is bumped.
I think the only teams that aren't highlighted here should be Young Guns and Cupcakes.
I think every
I don't
team-
care where they played.
I think
Young
every
Guns is bumped. They got top 10% of worlds.
I'm
They
looking
did,
at
okay.
the bump list
Yeah.
right now, and the only Y team is Young Bucks.
Oh, so they got they're unbumped then.
Right.
What? If
I
Young
think
Guns
they're
is D next year, fuck off.
They got
If Young
top
Guns
10%.
is not bumped, you can go eat a dick.
no.
Young
Wow.
Guns are not bumped. It says
Walk off Kansas, but Young Guns walk off is not.
I'm sorry, but that is you're 38 and 19 in class. You're 1159 power ranking. You're fucking bumped.
Yeah, but didn't they come in top 10% at Worlds?
I could have swore they did.
Oh,
I
they're
would click on them if they're on the list and get a quick answer.
No, they were 2-2 at 33.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're not.
you gotta be
No, they're not
fucking
bumped.
kidding me.
So literally the only debumps were the ones that came top 10%.
Top 10%.
I'm
Other
sorry.
than Premiere
Well,
on Broadway, which will not. There's no way that this Premiere on Broadway.
I don't-
If
I
Young Guns isn't bumped, neither is Premier.
I don't see LAS playing D again, Bobby and them.
You don't think so?
Good.
No, I think they should. I think they're good enough to play C.
But do you think that they're going to make the jump?
I don't know if who did Bobby pitch for them at Worlds or did somebody else?
I never actually saw them play. I hit BP.
I think Bobby
not so much.
pitched
They
most of
also-
it. Him and Lip, right?
Yeah.
Did
I
they?
don't-
So they had Quinn. Like Quinn played for them every once in a while.
A couple times.
Yeah. So like, did they have like 3 C chips throughout the year, or were they just kind of like mixing matching it?
I don't know who their C chips are. Is Bobby still C?
Yes. Yeah, I think he was a chip. Here, I'll let you know because I don't know these guys as well. Who's what?
Is Eddie still C?
I don't know.
We would
Is
need
Outlaw?
a director.
Outlaw is not. I think
No,
Outlaw
he's a
played
D
D
guy.
last year. What is Pete? Pete's C. Notarino.
Yep. Right.
Yeah, because he was on Reloaded, wasn't
He's
he?
on Reloaded. Yeah. And what?
I think he was on Reloaded this year.
Yeah, he was. He went to Worlds with these guys.
This is they're a good team.
They could.
Like
they could play C.
Yeah. I think in
They
this
got-
group here, Titans, Young Guns, Cupcakes, especially in the Northeast.
If you look at I love the SST guys, but if you put Bobby's team at West Worlds, they win it too.
I was shocked. Nothing against SST and love seeing them go out there and win West Worlds. I was surprised. I was
Yeah.
surprised when I saw they had 1136 power ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
They played-
against them and love it, but
they played really good all year though. They didn't. They had a really good year. Even when they played One Nation, they did good.
yeah, like it's just it was a good team. I think at the end of the year, I was just surprised to see how well they were. It's also a recency bias of when I played them early in the year. I love the team. Like the vibe they've got is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, they're all good dudes.
and then A&D is a C team that got reclassed.
That's
So-
a team,
so here-
team reclass, right?
Yeah, team reclass.
Team Cleveland.
I thought that bump was actually good.
Who's on their roster though?
It's pretty much the same guys that were on the roster when they got bumped, other than they made the right move and cut Coco.
That's fair.
Here, I'll tell
He
you.
was a
Ready?
C chip anyway.
Here are the C chips.
They wasted the good
Pronto
surprise on me.
got bumped, but they were team reclass. Gendron's a C guy. Silas is a D guy.
Yeah, he was
Boulet's
not
a
on
D
there.
guy. Oh, look at all this. Carlberg's a D guy new. Breen's a C guy, Boy's C guy, Locke C, Pucko's a professor, Josh Drews is a C guy all fucking day, Edwin Mendez C guy. Blad is nothing more than a D guy.
Yeah.
But so
he's
here's the
on
thing,
the
like
team.
can you pull up their C year?
What did
Pull
they
up the C year?
What did
Okay.
click on someone's name from the C? I'll go to that.
Yeah, or all seasons.
All seasons. I'll do this.
What they do at Worlds?
1 and 2.
2 and 2.
They're dog shit.
2 and 2, and they got
2 and
bumped.
2, I think.
2 and 2.
But they got a national bump.
Right.
So
So you look
here's
at their
their
C
roster
year.
from 22.
So they were 7 and 14.
That's
That's
awesome.
not that's not bad in C.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's not that bad though. Is
how,
it?
How many of these guys are on the team now?
They're pretty much all on the
On
team.
the
right?
team, on the team,
Mhm.
on the team. He's playing C on the team.
They picked up
On
Hamill
the,
for-
was
yeah.
on the team, on the team, on the team.
So they
Well,
they-
yeah, look at all
Names have
seasons.
been dropped.
They had Drews. They had
what did
Glad.
they?
Baker.
What was
Right.
their record? What was their record this year?
against C. It
record
was
this
0
year,
and 2.
21 and 10, 22
Yeah.
and 14 overall.
So look at their winning percentage in class. That's why they did it.
Right.
But
So
then
my thing is
you were
like
you were an auto. You were a team reclass. They gave you a shot to play D, and you did better than you should have.
So I think
you're
yeah,
C,
yeah. I think that C bump is
right.
that works. They gave you the year. Go and do the best that you can at D Worlds. That's
Mhm.
essentially what they said.
Yeah,
You went 2 and 2. That's not on us.
Yeah.
But you still kind of you did really well all year long. Like we shouldn't be holding you back. They have two of maybe New Hampshire's better hitters in Gendron and Joe Breen.
Yeah.
Like those guys. I am surprised that I think it's just that they don't like playing as
that's
much.
a big part.
Nothing against Blad, but those guys could play on any C team in the area.
Easy.
Yeah, they
easy.
don't have any interest in, and that was it. They just had no interest in it.
And
They
same with
just
Eric
like
Locke. Eric Locke is another guy that can play on
Eric
any
Locke is
C
another
team.
guy. Yeah.
Drews,
If they're playing C, do they have the ability to pick up 3B guys?
we did not.
No.
That's the problem.
That's a problem too.
Right.
We'll get into
the-
some of those guys trying to play C in a little bit.
I do want to talk about this because this is probably a team you know better than us with Integ in
Who is that?
Connecticut.
Tell me their roster.
They were this team started later.
Mhm.
This was they did not do well in Natties because they hit 6 IEs in their
Then you should play C.
yeah, they're a C team.
Trumbull. Let's see who they are.
You'll know these guys. Ricky
I don't
Sanford's on this team.
I don't know a lot of guys, man. I've been gone for so long.
How did you get on the rumor show then? Jesus Christ, Dustin. Fine, we just like you, Mike.
Didn't you just move to Florida?
I haven't seen local softball in fucking 8-10 years.
Oh, sorry. We've been
Watched
playing
it on
fucking
here.
conference for so long over here.
Honestly, though,
Mister,
like,
I've got
I
a
haven't
back
seen-
coming out.
I don't know some of the guys. You know what I mean?
D is tough. There's so many fucking teams.
I think the Peter kid, he hasn't played in years. I'm pretty sure he's the one who used to play on like KLNR and all that. I think that's him.
Peter
Click on-
Cochran.
Click on Peter. Yeah, check his.
I saw these guys at Natties.
Yeah.
I saw one ball at field 5 go into the top of the trees at
Yeah,
field
scroll
5.
down a little bit on this guy.
yeah, there it is.
This dude was a walk-on at UConn for basketball. He was nasty back when we used to play a lot.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Globe cleaners. Look at
Yeah,
that.
he was. Yeah,
I
he
was
was
like-
good. He was a center fielder.
When you
Also,
could go B to D
UConn-
in 1 year.
Yeah,
In case you're wondering, UConn tonight did
they-
they didn't cover.
yeah, but they played.
Missouri
2016
Valley
B,
or whatever.
2017 D.
Yeah.
D,
like-
Yeah, 5 years off. And, yeah, he was good.
He's probably not even a C chip anymore.
No, he's probably not.
He's playing
Look at
up.
the elite.
Mhm.
But no, that team is good. They're
But
I
if you hit 6 DBOs in one game, you're playing the
Yeah.
wrong level.
I mean, they hit their 3 and then they hit, I mean, I think they hit, well, they couldn't hit 5. So they probably hit 3. They hit 4. And the 4s that they hit out for IEs were fucking.
Did they have the big
gone.
tall guy on their team? Usually plays first base.
Sure.
He's probably like 6'7".
Oh, I love this. Mark Blythe's in the comments chirping already.
He can chirp all he wants.
You're bumped. You're a C team.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't care how many tournaments you won. But out of this whole list, just looking at everything, and D, going off your 1150 power ranking, going off a winning percentage,
Is
if
this,
you really want
is
to
this
go,
Tobin painting the team that won E National?
Yeah.
yes,
Are they going to C?
no,
They're not ready yet. I don't even think that they're.
no.
I mean, they weren't even the Vermont team that was doing well. I don't understand how they
No.
were top 10. What was that other Vermont team that had Termel and those guys?
Big time apparel right here.
Big Time Apparel, and they just
23
flopped
and
the world.
15.
Is that Alex's
Right?
team? Alex Bernard, is that his name?
Good question.
I think he's the Big Time Apparel guy. Whoever owns the Big Time Apparel.
Fine, I'll pull it up.
Then that would make sense. Yeah.
I think it's him.
See, this is why he's on the show because
Alex
he knows
Barton?
who the people are.
Maybe it's him.
But
But this
here's the
team
thing.
did
Look,
well.
like everybody's bitching about no Mass teams getting
Woo
bumped.
City.
Mass, Woo City, 32 and 19, 627,
They were
10,
they were the only chance Mass had.
Yeah, but
And
look
they
how
were
they did
last
at,
year.
look how they did at Worlds, and they're new. They split up halfway through the year.
Woo
Yeah,
City did.
because
Yeah.
the Whalers came about.
Yeah, they got yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were a team that was going to get bumped. MP Sports Cards was a
They were
team that
really
was gonna
good, man.
bump.
MP
They
Sports
fell
Cars
apart.
was good. They
Yeah,
were good.
didn't they give you guys a run? A run?
At the first one in Taunton, I think we had to walk
Yeah.
them off.
Yeah, and the Beloly, and then they
No, it
fell
wasn't
apart.
I
It
think
was
it
the-
was the first one when we used to
Oh.
shitty.
The D&M, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The 32 500s or whatever.
yeah.
I mean,
FW
if you
Dennis
told
being way
me,
down there.
Yeah, but they're bumped.
They're bumped. Yeah, they're bumped.
bumped.
but this
When
team was
they did well.
Moxie. Excuse me. This team was Moxie. This team became a different team at Worlds.
This team has been a C team for 2 years.
Yes.
It's the New York guys
They
that
don't-
are hiding out.
Right, and
No one's
different,
doing anything.
different breed got lucky too because I think if they won one more game, they were auto bumped.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
Were they the team that got they lost because of their roster?
But
No,
they had nothing. They
There
had
was
nothing.
No, I don't think so.
there was one team that did maybe that Jerry
that was
all
last
about.
year. That was last year.
No.
I
Maybe it was
I
in
think
the-
they went 3-2, right? Yeah, they were
Oh,
one
different.
game.
No, yeah, I'm thinking of the wrong team. This different. Yeah, this team actually did better than I thought they were going to do.
And if Frank Pitt goes to Worlds with them instead of Bololi, I think they get bumped.
Probably.
That's,
they were
yeah,
very,
you got a
very
good point
close.
there.
Yeah,
So
That
here are
would
the
bump
teams
them
that
up a
just
couple
miss
rounds.
getting bumped. LAS wins one more game, they get bumped. Different
Yeah.
breed gets bumped.
Yeah.
Jeff's Drains wins maybe 1-2
it
more
depends
games.
on where they were in the bracket.
Right.
Yeah, that-
like
Drains, that Jeff's Drains team was a little bit different too from what I've seen in the past too. So I don't know if they kind of picked up like the Hornets did.
Yeah, and that Rudy's team getting bumped too. They're a good group of guys. Those guys, they're good.
yeah.
Yeah,
that was-
that's a team for years. I feel like for years they've been doing
They
well
were
indeed.
they were really good last year too.
Yeah, they were very, very, very good last year, and just want to give out a shout out to my guy Elvin, who came back from ACL surgery to play in Worlds.
Reclass to right back to where he was
Well,
reclassed from.
Shocker. We'll give him some shit. He's a Long Island guy. What else do you
Yeah.
expect? But no, this D division, I would like to see Titans to probably Titans to LAS. I don't know Harambe's Heroes. Titans to LAS all bumped, to be honest.
I mean,
with you. I don't
this
care
is-
that Cupcakes didn't play out of Maine or New Hampshire, but like, get
yeah,
the fuck
but
out of here.
I mean, you got to look at that too. Like it's
No, you don't. No, that's bullshit. That D, I completely disagree with you.
I
And
think
this is
LAS
why.
is going to play C. I think
I
with-
love that.
that's
I-
the third
I-
rumor of the show.
I think they
LAS
are,
to see.
especially with what could be happening in the state of Connecticut with the teams like all branching out. I think they could pick up guys and play C.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But I think to LAS, I think those top 7 teams should all get bumped to C. And I don't care that you don't play out of your state. Fuck off. If you want to be a small fish in a big fish in a tiny little fucking pond, good for you. You're still getting bumped.
Yeah, but I
See,
feel like
Did Cupcakes go to nationals and world?
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but-
they travel. They come to Connecticut.
They didn't though
I
this
don't
year.
think they
Like,
did.
look where they played. They didn't play. They didn't go to Worlds. They played Natties, went 3-2.
Augusta, Maine. You're like
They
the team
finished
that-
third in
Augusta,
Maine
Maine,
states, which is
fucking
awful. They lost to
7
an E
hours away
team.
from every other team. They deserve to be in C because they played fucking teams that they play all the time and they beat them.
So they got bumped. Or are they unbumped?
They were
They got all
they
bumped.
were on the original bump list and now
Okay.
they're not.
So we're looking at Titans,
But
SST.
they're the second team. I mean, and they're above that. Oh no, Young Gun. They're the third team. They're not above that 1150. See, I think within the last few years, they've actually fixed the power rating to actually be like, you look at like around 1150 plus for a bump.
All right. So then in that case, so we're looking at Fat Man being a Ville. So we're looking at 9 up. So we're looking at, Cookies.
I think
Ascend.
I think Ascent's going to play. They're going to play D. That's Richie Laguerre's team. I think they're going to play D no matter what.
Okay.
That's all his boys.
And all those guys, like that's not. If you're telling me from Fat Man up, those are no D or E teams I want to play in a D tournament, like because you're in for a dogfight.
Look at Bean Shooters. What they do at Worlds? They played only E teams. What did they do?
They didn't do great. Yeah, they didn't do great.
You're 44-11 and
so that
2-2.
But that's the thing that you're seeing more and more of, is that these teams who are getting the national auto bump are also they're purposely not playing teams above their division. They're only
and look at Bean Shooters.
But that's hurting them then. If they're only playing E teams, they're going to get auto bumped.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. Like because I don't know if these teams don't realize it, but when you play a team that, I mean, yeah, they might look at it and see like, oh wow, they had a winning percentage against teams above their class, but that also does not affect your power rating.
These guys would have done good wherever they were.
No shit, they're the Titans. We're talking about the Titans now. They're 43. They're 43.
Bro,
4-1 in class.
listen,
62 7-1 overall.
The dude you had on the podcast last
Jay
week,
Castro,
the dude who was catching the other guy.
Oh, Joe.
You said that guy hit a absolute ball.
He hit a grand slam in their first game about 450 feet.
I think they've actually won 6
They're
games.
playing D, so that wasn't tested.
It was a Louisville,
so it passed.
Yeah,
they're 2-2 in men's C, like with a run differential of 4 runs.
Right. So the
Plus
difference
4.
is so everything I've heard about this team, because I don't know much about them, I've never seen them, is that they can hit with anyone.
Yeah.
When they move up to C is going to be like, and when they're playing C and B teams, is how good is their defense? That's what's going to change. How good is their pitching? How good is their defense? That's what's going to get them those wins in C.
Yeah,
and above.
Well, and let's dive into C, because it's been, like
no one's getting bumped.
We want guys to go into C. No one's getting bumped here.
No one's getting bumped, and I don't think I called it.
AUIT might be playing B. Might be playing B.
No.
Oh.
Yes.
They won't.
That's not. Listen, I know Ant. I know some of the guys. They might be playing B.
I thought you haven't been here in so long. You don't know anyone anymore.
That's number 4. We have number 4 here.
I heard as recently as this past weekend that they might be playing B.
AUIT to B.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not B conference.
No, just B.
So they went 3-2 at the Worlds. They lost a game by 2, and they lost a game by 2. So they lost 2, and they lost to the Hornets.
And they had homers in the bank.
That was a terrible, terrible loss. That first game lost to the Hornets, the team that wins the tournament. They had
2 guys on with a homer.
First and second with no outs, I think, with a home run, and they lost the game.
Yep.
I talked to those AUIT games after it. They were not happy about it. I saw them at Wawa, and they were not happy.
They're a good team, man. They've been a good team for
years now. Ever.
Yeah.
Since we started playing them in 2016, they've always had in E's every single year. They've had a fucking solid team. They got bumped to C a year after us, I think, but they've always just had that strong presence.
We always had good games against those guys the last like 2 or 3 years. Every time we played them, they were really good games.
I mean, look at them here. Let's see. 35-18 last year in C. 21. They were 33-24 in C. 2020, 12-2. Like here you go, guys. You guys want to talk about teams that stay together?
Right,
I know, but look at this. They were E. This is just manager history. E into D. 26-23, 33-20. Bumped up to C, stayed at C, went 34-19, 12-12 during COVID, whatever. 33-24, 35-18, 29. Like, don't fucking lose yourself when you get bumped.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that in 2019, I think Yeah, they had a top 10 at SeaWorld.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had top 10 at Sea Worlds, but
Yeah.
yeah, 2018.
Here
Sorry.
in C. That's really good. That's the year that the cheaters Smoke. That's the year that Smoke won.
Oh, that's the way Smoke. Oh boy.
15 C elite guys on their team.
Yeah. Like, and here's where's Worlds? Worlds isn't on here.
Ninth. Yeah, ninth, four,
Ninth.
4 and 2.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Ninth, 4 and 2.
Yeah, I remember.
And I
playing
think
near
that
those
was
guys.
I don't want to bring this up, but no, that wasn't. No, I'm not bringing it up. That wasn't them.
No, do it. Bring it up. What are we bringing up? Come on, it's a rumor show.
That wasn't the run game. That was
Allegedly.
Oh,
No.
That was
Nope,
checking
nope,
and stuff, right?
No,
was the year
yeah,
after.
that was the next year.
Yeah. Run game.
That was 2021. Yeah.
But yeah, they finished 4 and 2, and look at Liberty Maintenance Center State. They're I don't know what team that is now. And that's
Is
it.
that
And then you have
that Allergies team?
That would be my guess.
Yeah, they were Liberty, Allergies, and D. I think we played them in nationals and beat them there.
Phoenix Tube in 2020.
Phoenix Tubing. Yeah, those guys were good. They had the cool. They had the
Allergies. There it is.
they had the
Or
picture.
Allergies. Yeah, EYG.
They had the weird pitcher Billy. He's like a hippie dude, long hair.
But I mean, like, there's no team here in C that unless
Well,
they went on a run.
Deluxe got bumped.
Yeah, because they went on a run.
Did
No,
they?
they didn't. They didn't. No, they got national bump. They weren't an auto. They weren't a top 10 bump. They were a national.
Wait
Stop.
a minute.
Yeah, look
Stop.
at it. I swear to God,
Deluxe.
13th, 4 and 2.
No, they're not there
Deluxe
anymore.
is not
They were-
on that list.
they were.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, so
weird.
here's so
Why
how
would
many
they
teams
do
were in
that?
this tournament?
It was like 80.
78.
78. Yeah.
So
You
let's
had
say
a
the top 8
top
teams.
top
Seven.
seven teams.
Yeah,
you
so you're-
round.
Because they,
Oh.
you guys
We
just missed it.
They told us we were when we won our game to play Eagle Roofing. They told us we were bumped,
They were wrong.
but they were wrong.
why did they come out this fucking bump list if it wasn't before the convention? Like, what are you doing?
They usually wait.
Yeah, that's the weird piece, right? Because like that's when they talk about it.
I mean,
I
we
feel like that's when everyone gets together. They're like, all right, can we do a blanket top X teams from every region?
They could have
Well,
bumped the top 9 teams if they wanted to be assholes, which they probably still could do, but I don't think they'll do it.
How about look at the Hornets though? They went 7-0 with a run differential of 7.6. Like, that's huge.
So
But-
but here's the issue with that portion of the United States, like the Ohio area, they don't play U-Trip
Yeah.
Yeah,
primarily. So there's that J and L, right?
Mhm.
They got or J and I.
sorry.
They got
JSI,
bumped.
yeah.
Yeah, they get bumped, and they were 25-3, but they were like, what did they do? 5-2 at
5-2.
Worlds, and then 6-0. So they 11-2. Yeah, so like they played less than 20 games in class in U-Trip before they even went to a world tournament.
Yeah.
So here's another question for you then. Let's talk about this. I'm going to stop sharing the screen for a minute. Should USSSA, since they're at the convention, should USSSA at the convention, should there be a minimum requirement of USSSA tournaments
No,
played that you can play in the
absolutely not.
Worlds?
Absolutely
Why?
not.
Why?
Because it's
For E and D, maybe a little lower at C, maybe lower at B.
because there's some parts of the country that don't have enough tournaments for a C team to play in. We're fortunate around us. We have 15 C teams.
But that's because we have a strong USSSA presence in our states, right? So like we have all of our directors do the right things. You know, everyone has their own gripes with these guys, but they are all about putting people into the areas where they're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
When I've gone down to a C World, the last 2 years I've gone 2-2. I've gone 2-2 in another C World and a 3-2 in another C World. I've never felt like I was outmatched by other teams.
Right.
Even the teams that were winning, I'm like that team. They're hot this weekend, right? They might be hot. I don't feel like they're a better team than the team that I'm on.
That top 10% that at C Worlds, there's not any surprises in that top 10% to me going into that weekend.
All right,
Who's a surprise to
here's
you?
what surprises me.
None of those
this.
teams are. Eagle Paint was the best team in that tournament. They didn't win.
But here's what I like seeing.
I think
right
you
now.
guys would have been the surprise
Right. Exactly.
top 10.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I think, looking at this just from an outsider and not looking at it throughout the year, Utah finishing second, Minnesota finishing third.
Look at their years though. Look at their team pages.
I don't disagree with this portion of it. It is more of the fact that you're seeing places outside of the norm. They're 24 and 13 in class. This is Utah Nova. Utah has been pretty strong in U-Trip for the last number of years.
Look, they played 9 games against B teams, and they're 4 and 5. They're they're 1-1 against Conference A. Like
they got guys that got tryouts in the conference.
Yeah, and they didn't make it, so they moved back. But they've seen the ball. They saw how fast it can be.
Go to the Minnesota team.
And I like seeing this. I was talking to Jimmy Thurman earlier tonight, and we were talking about how softball in Minnesota has been kind of on the decline. So seeing it, and there's a team at this at Sea Worlds. This was a team we saw.
This is an ASA team.
And look at that, 10-4, 8-2, 1-1 against Means B. I think it's more just when you look at states, you're not worried about Utah or Minnesota rolling up because Minnesota, they're just looking at their whitefish, right? They're looking
Are you
at
saying Minnesota like
Minnesota
on that on purpose like that? So here's what Mike, you brought up a great point. This is an ASA team. Do you think that U-Trip should also, when they're doing this conference, that they should look at these other associations and say like, okay, well, Schleybaugh Trucking, they're a U-Trip D team, they're a One Nation C team, and they came in 4th. Like, obviously we should have bumped this team last year. Like, there should be one universal way of just saying this is what this player's
when
PVR
we were playing some of those teams at B and A ASA, when we were asking if they were going to U-Trip Worlds, they're like, yeah, we're not sure if we're going to C Worlds or not, but they're playing B. They were playing B and A ASA, but they were from that area. They're like, we don't know if we're going to C Worlds.
Yeah, that Elevate and Celebrate team was at Sea Worlds,
right?
And then, but on the flip side, some teams had 5 major guys on their team at ASAB.
You could do that. You could have.
It's like
so now, what the rules really are in for the conference is they're not going by chips. It's by points. So you could have 12 AA guys on your team as long as they're not on the watch list. That's the real rules. Our Rebels team by rule this year, we could have played B.
So why not then? Like, by rules, by points.
Because you want to play A. I mean,
Sure.
I mean, yeah. Like that. That's
but at
the
conference
thing.
level, does it really matter if you're a conference B or a conference A team?
Here's the thing: at B and above, if your conference, your roster can be very much, as far as classifications go, your roster can be way better than just a normal B team.
Correct.
You can have 4 A guys on your conference U-Trip.
You could have but you really could have 14 A guys if by the rules.
As a conference
because
B
it
team?
depends on their
points.
Yeah, their points rating. I think you had asked about that in one of our group chats.
Yeah, I did. Because you know me, I'm a fucking noob to all this.
So I think A you can have. I mean B you can have. Gosh, don't quote me. Maybe 1.5 points.
1.5 points for B, Connie.
That's what we're seeing.
For A you can have 3.5. Okay. And for AA you can have 9.
So Mike, how many points are you now that you're
I'm
not?
3.
You got off of it, baby.
Hey, let's go. Get our guy off it.
Yeah, thank God, man. 36 years old, can't throw the ball across the field. Get me off it.
Don't you hit pitchers when you try to throw guys across? Or is that
no, that wasn't me. That was Jay.
Jay Ariel, that's right. Yeah. But here's the thing, like let's bring it back to the local piece. You want to talk about the AZ Roofing boys? I'm fucking not even gonna kid about this. I'm fucking shocked you guys finished 6-2 at the tournament at Worlds.
Yeah, after losing,
I expected more. Yeah, I expected exactly that too. I expected more out of you guys throughout the entire year. So I had kind of written you guys off. I don't give a fuck. I run my
Coach Mike wasn't there from The below Leon. Well, I
So
was
you
there for
had-
the firecracker, so
So you had the fountain of joy running everything. Is that what the problem was?
the great attitude of Gary Burdett.
Fucking Gary.
No,
How's Gary? Gary's doing well now,
Gary's
isn't he?
doing
Though.
good, yeah, he's
Yeah,
doing
good.
We
Gary's doing well.
We struggled with guys for a while.
Why?
Vacations, people. You know, we already
You had a
weddings.
big roster too. I mean, and I think that
Yeah.
that's what helped you at Worlds. Like you
Oh, yeah.
had the options to move guys in and out. Like it kept guys fresh. You need guys.
We have 20 guys on our roster, I think.
Wow. Yeah, look at that.
18 guys. We'll take out Gary. That's 17.
So 17.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's also a good little roster you guys have there. Like I'm looking at this and it's just like fuck. Smoke Sports, Sammy Dominguez with the fucking beautiful flow on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is Brian Masiello. Like this
And
is
Baps,
fucking.
having Baps for that latter part of the year was huge for us.
Is Hummer Gary? Is Hummer and Gary the same age? They look about the same.
No.
They look
Gary
about the
is-
same age.
Hummer's, I think, 40. Click on Hummer's name. I think he's 42. I think Gary's 46.
Hummer's not 42. Jesus Christ. Do I look like
41.
Hummer 41? He's fucking younger than me.
Yeah.
Christ, he's younger. He looks like older.
And then I think Gary's like 46, 47.
Love that. No, but I was a little surprised just with how the year went, and I was excited to see because we were. Oh, this is still loading. When I saw the year well.
Yeah, the Deluxe Bakery national bump when they weren't even 1,100. That was a little weird.
Yeah, but
AUIC wasn't on the list.
But
either.
look at their roster. Click that roster.
Yeah, the roster did see. Well, they probably had a lot of C Elite guys.
Hold
most
on.
likely.
Where are we at? Jesse played double A. Ant played double A. Who else? But look at those two guys. During their career, they've played double A.
And not long ago either. I mean,
No, Ant
maybe
played,
within five years.
Ant got double dipped at the A Worlds a couple years ago with who the
MPT.
heck was it? No, it was right here, Power Sports. In
That
2000
MPT, yeah, that MPT team was
2008.
top 10 at A's.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad guy to have on your roster.
Mhm. Like, look at that. That's A B B B B. You know what I mean? And same thing with
Into
Jesse.
2021, yeah, and then 2023 you're playing C.
Yeah, and look at Jesse is the same way. Jesse played with Above All for years.
Yeah,
He's still one of the best infielders around. So
Jero,
Jesse-
he's the guy who gets down like a catcher.
crouches
at
down. Yeah,
shortstop.
he's a fast pitch player. Jesse Campanelli,
I can hear.
right there. Yeah,
Do they call him Cowboy? Is that
Cowboy.
what it
Fuck,
Yeah.
he's 6'2" and he fucking crouches down. Nice.
is?
yeah.
It's weird looking, man.
Yeah, look at see what I mean with him. That's
Yeah. That's, I mean, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. And you're
You
a C
you have
guy.
that, and then how old is he? Go back up.
I think he's our
33?
age.
No.
39.
39.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
39.
Yeah.
I can see him
Okay.
getting into C.
Yeah.
39, 30, 40.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's not a bad guy to have on your roster right there. Conference AA and 17 AA. Yeah, I mean,
That's a
not bad.
huge experience guy to have on your team. You know what I mean? Like he's played in those he's played
Mhm.
double A. He's basically played major, right?
This goes back to my point where they can't get rid of the elite tag.
The elite tag. Here's the thing with the elite tag. I love the elite tag. I think the elite tag is. I think One Nation does a hell of a job with the elite tag.
One Nation is the best elite tag that there is.
I fucking love it. The only thing about elite tags, if you're playing D and you're a D elite, who gives a fuck how many D elite guys you have? If you're playing C, who cares about how many C elite guys you have?
I don't know.
You don't agree.
See, that's the thing. I think, but here's the thing. It's got to be throughout the United States. Like if you go down to
Correct.
Worlds and you're playing against 7 D elite guys and 3 C guys on a D team,
Those are C guys.
that's a C team.
Yeah. I just had this conversation with my brother yesterday. We were talking about this. There
See
should
in New
be
Hampshire yet?
no, not yet.
Okay.
Hopefully he's not moving. There should be a level of where the elite tag goes away. Like you shouldn't be
C?
C. It should like a B player or a B elite player should never be able to reclass to B to be able to play C at a point in their career where they're not over 40 years old.
Hold on. So you're saying a guy that's
You think my
elite-
brother should be able to play C?
I'll snap him off, but I know what you're saying.
Do you think Eric Christensen should be able to play C? You think
That's a good
John
point.
John should be able to
Possibly.
play C? No, not happening. You think Verb should be able to play C?
Dustin, are we trying to get any of these guys?
No, but I'm just saying these are guys that like have traveled for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
They're
Verb's A
back
though, right?
Right, but are back local. If they get rid of the elite tag and they reclass to
can't.
B, they can play C.
Yeah, you
They
can't get
can't.
rid of the B.
can't do
You
that.
can't get rid of the.
Those
They
guys
just
cannot play C.
they just implemented that elite tag. They're not going to
Can't
get rid of it. And every other association has it.
Right.
But I like
what-
the elite that you can't like put the person in the class they should be in and not let them play down, but
Right.
don't penalize people for having elite players on
Okay,
their
so
team.
you can tell them they're a B player, but they can't play C.
Yeah.
That's saying that's essentially saying it could be
what's the
elite.
point of getting rid of elite then?
Yeah. So the thing is,
Wait.
That's what they used to do.
I think J-Ro is saying something different where he's saying that you can load up a team with 7 C elite guys and
Yes.
3 B guys for your C
Right,
team,
but then
which
you're
is a
B
C team, which is a B team.
Yeah.
I don't find that's essentially what Smoke did in 2019.
Yes.
They had maybe like 5 or 6 C elite guys who had played B, and we're going back at you, Tony, again.
The season's over, Tony. We're coming for you, baby.
But that's what happened, and he
Yeah.
got bumped to B again,
Yeah.
and I was with you.
When do you put reclass in for One Nation asking for a friend?
But here's the thing that I love about One Nation, and we even heard it from J-Ro. You just saw what I saw a little bit ago. One Nation does it right. The C elites or the any elite status, if that team gets bumped up, that player also gets bumped to the next level. So if you're a C elite and you're playing C and you get bumped to B, wait, is that the rule?
If you're C elite and your team gets bumped to B, you go to B. If you go to B elite.
You go to B elite, so you can only play in B. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I know, Mike Snyder with 14 rings, survivor of COVID 14 times, like fucking
Dude,
Pat McAfee likes to say.
It's that,
The president of Connecticut living in Florida. I'm looking at it from a C, an E lower level perspective, right? Dustin's a
But again,
C and higher perspective.
D guys should not be allowed to play E.
I agree. That's why I like the D elite tag.
Right.
Because if you're D elite, you can't play E.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to play E until I can't play ball anymore. God forbid I have a fucking child.
play.
You're never
Yeah.
going to play E again.
if I play
Fine.
if I get to the point where I can't play C, I'm just not playing.
Done.
Golf.
Yeah.
Like if Oliver wants to go play softball and he gets a chance to play with E like Gertie. Like I look at Gertie and it's like Gertie and his son play together in E. That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's different.
Josh just said it in the comments. I was wrong. If you're a C chip on a D team, you get bumped to C elite. So you can
Love that.
you can no longer just stay at that C with those other guys
Right.
and then just drop back down to D. You have to play C the next year.
That's a great
that's
like
one of the
that's what
best
One Nation
rules.
has good.
Yes, you trip
Hey.
should adopt that.
Hey,
It's
to
hard.
me-
It's hard, man. It's hard because we have well, you guys now Northeast. We have good directors who follow the rules.
Yes, Hickey.
100%. And then
Hickey is awesome.
and we go down to Worlds
Mm-hmm.
and the play against a Georgia team happens a Georgia D team, Georgia
Mhm.
D and C and E. They're pretty much running those divisions.
All right, I gotta cut you guys off real quick because
ahead.
apparently we have somebody watching right now, and we have to fucking say this.
Yes, we do.
This is fucking our fucking guy. You want to talk about great directors? I think nobody's gonna fucking say otherwise. John Hickey, longtime fan of the show, would absolutely be going batshit crazy how long this show's going.
He's been on for an hour.
Has he?
I think so. I
He's
saw him out.
listening while he's at the convention. He's listening in.
He's probably
JB
making them listen.
JB's been on it too. They've been on it for a good hour, I bet.
I gotta tell you, we have to give a huge fucking congratulations to the ultimate GOAT, the best podcast guest we've ever had. He's basically a part of the show at this point. Massachusetts State Director John Hickey has just been announced going into the USSSA National Hall of Fame 2024 in the director category.
That's awesome.
John Hickey, the big man.
Get your email ready.
Yeah,
Let's fucking go.
this guy has dealt with thousands already, I'm sure, of reclass forms before the date. I mean, I don't know.
Well deserved. Fucking
Hick
Hickey.
just fucking loves the game, and you can tell he loves it from the E division all the way up. He wants to see all of our teams succeed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Men's,
I
women's, co-ed, everything.
yeah. I mean, I love all of our directors. Like Mike was just saying, the directors in the Northeast do the right thing. And I feel like John Hickey kind of leads the way in that. And it's just, I don't know. He's
He's been
close
there.
to me. He's helped me with the teams when I've kind of grown from the E team to the B team. He helped in that whole process. So I mean,
he's been from the top to the bottom, from a director to a player too. He knows everything. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, that's
He's
I
played
mean,
at the highest level. He's directed at the highest level. He knows it all. He knows his shit.
He's
does this
he's
mean
amazing.
Bring It? Does this mean Bring It is going to the national convention next year?
Yes.
in.
To have,
We have to broadcast
yeah,
from
to
the other
broadcast
side of
it.
the drive.
Going
You're not
in.
going to do it on USSSA Live, but guess what? When you have our guy, fucking Hickey, being inducted into the USSSA Hall of Fame in 2024, we got to be there. We got to be there.
Might have to take a trip to Florida.
Yeah, we're going back to Florida.
You're
They're doing
in.
it upstate New York.
5-hour ride. I'll see you guys there.
Fine. We'll pick you up on the way. We'll fly into Jacksonville. We'll rent ourselves a minivan and we'll broadcast the whole fucking thing.
That'll be
Bring
fun.
the snack.
Hickey, well deserved. Like, you know, we think back. I mean, just reading that text. I mean, you saw my face when I read that text. Well, Dustin, you saw it. There's been a lot of people big into helping us grow. Mike, you're one of them. Without you and starting the whole thing with figuring out we have a cease and desist letter, you know, would never have saw that. But like getting down to the World Series, being on the mic. John Hickey came on episode 10, 8. Like he was early on joining us on the podcast. And John Hickey, the Massachusetts USSSA State Director, has been nothing but supportive. He listens. He helps us out. He feeds us information on when we have questions. And Hickey, man, you know, I will play in any John Hickey tournament any time of the year, any place.
Massachusetts needs to find a complex like the Plex.
Can you imagine that?
If they did, they
too.
would probably have the biggest tournaments.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at their D state tournaments; it's over 20 teams or close 20 plus teams, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
people bitch about going to Taunton, and I laugh. Like people from around here, you know,
an
New
hour and a
Hampshire, like,
half.
oh, I got to go to fucking Taunton. It's through Boston. I'm like, it's an hour and a half.
I'd rather go to Taunton than go to Stanford.
No fucking
100%.
shit.
You know what I mean?
Every single day of the week.
I'd rather run a fucking 5K for Christ's sake.
Whoa, let's not get crazy.
I still would. It'd still be
my
quicker.
wheelhouse.
Yeah, but John Hickey, well fucking deserved, man. Like, have Hickey, anytime you bring up Hickey's name, everybody has the same reaction. Everybody loves fucking the big man. The best part of going to Taunton playing his tournaments is seeing the big man and giving a big old fucking bro hug.
Yeah. It's a Hall
And I
of
mean,
Fame
what
hug now.
what better day to be announced than the night that we're doing? I don't know, 3 hours maybe. He's gonna be so pumped to listen to this.
My kids are going to be. I'm on daddy daycare for the week, and my kid, it's 11 o'clock on 10:30 on the school night,
And you're like, go to sleep.
They're still running around crazy.
I'm actually surprised that the three dads on the show, like Coco, I'm shocked you haven't bowed out yet.
I'm waiting until we get into the rumors where I'll be even less useful.
Do you want to do a quick MFK so you can bounce out, or do you want to wait?
Yes, I did have one. I had one.
Are you?
All
Wait,
right.
no, he can't leave early. He's got to sit there and watch us talk.
Let's give him an out. All right, MFK
right,
here.
yeah,
Mike
let's do
Snyder's part of it. MFK time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the rated R. Kelly Kapowski, Lisa Turtle, Jesse Spanos.
Who the fuck is Lisa Turtle?
Lisa Turtle. They're all on the same show.
Jeez, yeah. It's the girls of Saved by the Bell.
I'm in. I'm ready. I got it.
Oh, okay.
Before-
Go ahead, Mike.
I was not. Yeah.
I am. Name him again before I forget him.
Kelly Kapowski,
Okay.
Lisa Turtle, Jesse Spanos.
Killing Jesse.
Okay, you're not so excited with her?
No. I think I'm marrying Kapowski and fucking Turtle.
Okay.
What are the names again? I'm sorry. I gotta, this
Kelly
is all-
Kapowski, Lisa Turtle, Jesse Spanos.
I'm so excited.
Dustin's got to look them up. He doesn't remember who they are.
dude, I might have
Bell.
seen one episode of.
Yeah,
No,
I
that's not true.
Assume Saved by the Bell was the safe choice. I almost went
Saved by the Bell is like you're younger
TGIF.
than I am. You're the youngest one on this show, and I feel like
I used to watch all of them. I almost went with the
Turtle
college
who?
years. I almost brought in the girl from the junior high, but then it would have just been too
How
much.
about the girl who owned the dad owned the beach club? What was her name?
Exactly that one season where they were summering at the beach club. She was then on King of Queens. Big Scientologist, that one.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm
Dustin, do you
gonna-
know who you're going with? Or Coco, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to actually marry Jessie Spanos.
Ooh.
I think she was going to get to where we needed her to be once she finished law school. I'm going to kill Lisa Turtle.
Oh.
Screech was annoying as fuck,
Oh,
but she
man.
was so mean to him. And I'm gonna go one time with Kelly Kapowski, and I'm gonna be
Oof.
a happy man about it.
oh, I'm marrying Kelly,
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
The amount of times I jerked
And-
off to Kelly Kapowski is not even funny.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna fuck Jesse, and I'm gonna kill Turtle
Ooh.
based on looks alone. Just say that.
Can we go back to the food takes? I felt like those were
I had one of those too.
The Saved by the Bell.
Yeah,
just
what was the
didn't
food
hit
one? What was the
midnight.
food one? What'd you have the food one going?
It's Mary Fuck Kill Candy Corn, Necco Wafers, Tootsie Rolls.
All right, Coco, have a great night. It was great
Have a great
seeing
night.
you. We'll see you next
That
week.
was awful.
Bye, buddy. Holy fuck. Jesus
kill-
Christ.
Those are
Kill them
probably-
all.
Kill them all. Those are my 3 worst candies to eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna fast.
Who eats
I'm
candy
gonna
corn?
finally lose fucking weight. Jesus Christ! Talk about Mary fuck kills. Way to end a fucking segment. Yeah, I mean Kelly Kapowski. She the amount of
They go.
fucking goo I
He's
throw in
probably
the
top,
corduroy
he's probably top
armchair.
5 in any TV show in our decade growing up.
She could show up on a fucking YouTube screen right now, and I'd still fucking throw a load in my fucking trash. Man, I'm still now talking about jerking off. I'm still excited about Hickey. Thinking about him being in the Hall of Fame in 2024. Can't wait.
That's
to
a
be in
big
Fort
Hall of
Myers
Fame
this year.
too. That's big.
Really? Yeah, that's going to be a good one next year. Next year we're going to have to. We'll bring all the boys down. We'll get a good. We'll start. We'll sell a bunch of hats and T-shirts.
I'm sure they'll let you do that.
Yeah, they'll fucking
Yeah.
probably censor us again.
Do
I
you
don't
think
know.
they'll
These
let
are
us
good.
go live there?
I don't know what is the cease and desist. I have to
No,
read the
it's-
cease and desist letter a little further.
I'm pretty sure they go live through the whole thing.
Oh yeah. So Topanga would have been a way better. Like
yeah.
Topanga,
Topanga, would
Kelly
have been an actual,
Kapowski,
like, okay, and what's the third one there?
Punky Brewster.
I mean,
No, Clarissa.
Punky do-
Clarissa tells all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clarissa. There you go.
that's a good one. That's one that you actually have to think about.
You're welcome. You're
Jeez.
welcome.
We got
We just
you.
try to give Coco one job to do, and he can't.
Okay, so let's do it. Let's
All
do
right.
it without Coco.
Yeah. All right.
Kelly Kapowski,
Kelly Kapowski.
Topanga, Clarissa.
I'm marrying Topanga, fucking Kelly, and killing Carissa.
Ooh.
Let's look at.
I am fucking. Now, how many fucking are we doing? It's just like that friends with
What?
benefits thing,
It's
right?
got to be one time.
It's just.
One
Are we
time.
only doing one time?
It's got to
it's-
be one time.
What? Like I thought it was just fuck. Like we're not doing like relationship status here.
I've always
One
thought
time.
of fuck as one time.
One time.
Like
Hey,
that
Twitter,
that one time.
All right, then I'm marrying Topanga because I want to fucking.
Everyone's marrying Topanga.
There's so many fucking things I want to do to her, and I want her to do to me. Like I want to play out all my fantasies. Oh my god, I can't
Mike
believe
West.
this is where I'm going. I am fucking Carissa, and I'm killing Kelly Kapowski.
I think.
Oh my God.
I don't
Don't
know.
do-
Oh my God, Clarissa is.
Clarissa one time is just that one night stand that's just gonna get fucking dirty. It's that fucking weird stuff when you start on Pornhub and it's like, I'm just watching cuckolding videos. Next thing you know, you're in ball gags. Next thing you're in snuff films.
I'm just watching cuckold videos.
Like,
Hopefully, Mike muted this part because the kids were right there.
Daddy, what's a cuckolding video?
Yeah, Topanga is a. Oh my gosh, she's thinking.
I can't
Okay,
only
he's-
fuck Topanga one time.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm married.
As long as your kid wasn't wearing the.
Oh, she wasn't.
Nobody.
the
Oh,
headphones.
thank Christ.
Thank
All right.
God.
Good.
Jero was talking about cuckolding videos on Pornhub.
Dude, so you want to hear something funny about that? We said that with Dirt Dogs ASA one year. That was like our break from to go out to the field. We had the lady umpire. She was dying laughing. Dying
Cuckolding?
laughing. Oh, we yelled it out loud and went out on the field. He was dying laughing.
I'm a big fan of dirty hand jobs in a team like break. Like, hey, okay, what are we going to say? Team name? No. Dirty hand jobs on 3. Wait, everyone's like, what the fuck? And I just start counting out 1, 2, 3. And everyone's like, dirty hand jobs? It's like, yes. What? Like, nobody likes a hand job. Hand jobs, I rather pick my nose with a rusty screwdriver, but a dirty hand job, like there's fucking spit, maybe a little piss involved. Like, let's get this thing fucking gross. If you're gonna jerk me off, I don't want you to do what I'm doing to myself. All right.
On to the rumors.
Wait, what did
What
you
do we
do?
got?
Kelly
What do we got?
Kapowski, Topanga, and Clarissa. You were
Topanga,
Topanga is being married.
Kelly.
okay.
He's going
Killing
Kelly.
Clarissa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna fuck Clarissa and kill Kelly at this point. Maybe.
Oh, you're in
I
the
don't
same spot.
know. I
Right?
don't
Like,
know.
all right,
I'm
let's hold on. Let's
torn.
pull her up. Let's pull her up. Because I feel like we
See,
need
the thing
to,
is, here's the thing. You pull up Clarissa Explains It All.
that
not good.
explains it.
Not good
Right.
for what we're talking about right now, because I think she was pretty young during these.
Oh, gee. Oh boy.
These.
Yeah,
So-
but we're all the same age. Okay, here we go. We can pull this one up.
Yeah, put yourself back into that. I don't know.
Back when we were fucking kids and we first started how to
how old
fucking
was
piss
that?
on our fucking shit. Like, here. Like, this is Clarissa. This is just the older version of Clarissa when she's a senior in high school.
Yeah.
All right. Look, what does Melissa Joan Hart look like today?
Right on the right. That's what she looks like.
Yeah.
Today? Oh yeah,
Yeah. I'm fucking her.
yeah.
I don't know.
What does Kelly?
I'm
Kapowski
dude,
look
you gotta
like
remember
today?
her voice was annoying as fuck.
Yeah, but
What is-
when there's a spreader bar and a fucking ball gag involved, I don't care what her voice is.
What does Kelly Kapowski look like today?
Fire.
Really?
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, like
One of the Google searches came up as weight loss 2023.
who cares about what her fucking weight loss, what her
it's true,
fucking
yeah.
today's look?
Look at her. Look at this one. Look
Fuck
at
it.
that.
Clarissa's done. Clarissa's
Yeah,
it's
done.
Topanga marrying. I'm fucking Kelly and Clarissa's dead. I'm killing her. But I'm killing her again in a snuff film type of way. I'm selling it in Germany. I'm making it look at this. The best of Kelly Kapowski. Guys, I think my internet's going out. I gotta reset the router. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Oh fuck. Kelly, yeah, Clarissa's dead.
I think I'm fucking Melissa Joan Hart. I'm gonna step away from Clarissa because
Because I've already got the
it's
blonde with
strange.
Topanga. So like
is Topanga blonde?
She's
yeah,
brunette,
she's a
bro.
dirty blonde.
She's
That
fake,
was-
dude.
that
She's
was all
brunette.
show. She's brunette.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
She's got that dirt on her, and that's the fucking best part. Like, that's why you fucking marry her, Topanga.
Yeah, everyone's marrying her. That's
Because
obvious.
she's adaptable. I mean, who? If you're in the
She
comments
is not
right now-
adaptable. Stop it. She is a dirty, dirty girl.
if you're in the comments right now and you're not marrying Topanga, you can go ahead and leave.
I think
You don't
everyone
need
loves
to.
her.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, you don't need to hear the.
Look at these fucking lips on her. You're telling me
That's-
she wouldn't be
this
able to
is what
devour my 2.5 inches?
This is what I'm talking about.
Jesus Christ, 90s crimping hair. Fuck, do you remember that shit?
Still, let's look at more recent photos.
We're getting there.
Because
Nope, not Corey. Nope, don't want the other Corey.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
yeah,
Oh my
I'm
God.
marrying her.
She would fucking wear a load all
100%.
over those eyelashes.
Okay, what do we got for
Rumors?
You're welcome, Coco, for doing a much better MFK.
We'll just tweak it a little bit. We added a little hot sauce to your grits.
So we get I mean I don't know how many rumors we actually have.
So we have Schlaba Towing playing B, Connie next year potentially. We have.
I think they're gonna actually play C.
I think they're gonna play C from his. I think they're playing C.
Okay. We have U-Trip. Yeah. U-Trip is better umps than One Nation. No surprise there.
That's
we have
not a rumor.
It's a fucking fact after the videos that are out on the interwebs. LAS to C, AUIT to play B, and then John Hickey, not a rumor, inducted into the 2024 Hall of Fame of U-Trip.
Okay, so LAS to C, I can see that.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams splitting up and moving around in Connecticut. So
why? Like for the better or for the worse?
I don't know. I just think I've heard that the Czech King guys are kind of going separate ways.
I could see that after this year.
So why do you think that is?
I don't know. I know Perillo's playing D with his Newington boys, so I think they're playing again the 0611er. So I think he's going to D with those guys.
So that should be a pretty good D team.
They're coming back.
I'm pretty sure that they're trying to
like an ED team, like from
a long time ago.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think Bobby McFarland's going to play next year.
Really?
I've heard like 3 different things that they were going to merge with Reloaded, or they were going to take half and half and go. But from what I was told after the turkey trot, from some stuff that was going on, that's not happening anymore.
Wow. Can you imagine that?
And I think
with Reloaded.
I think, well, they're all buddies. They're all
right. But still, you know how good that team would be.
I don't think it's happening anymore. I heard there was a little controversy at the turkey trot.
So who fucked whose fucking side piece?
No, I heard there was some shit talking between some of the guys that were supposed to be merging together. But
how soft are
allegedly?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So softball shit talk happens, and then it's gone, and then people like.
And I think Bobby's trying to do his own thing with GTP. I'm pretty sure.
See, I heard Bobby was stepping away.
So I don't know, and I know Tommy wants to try and do something with some of the Squids guys. I don't know.
I also heard that.
Mm-hmm. I talked to him today. He said he's still. I talked to him today. He said he's still trying to do it.
I said I am yoga.
Okay.
She's doing yoga?
Sometimes you just have to do yoga.
I heard yoga.
I should probably do a lot more yoga than
yoga at 20 of 11.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just heard a lot of different things out of the Connecticut area of teams.
So I heard that. Yeah, so I heard that the GTP core is kind of staying together, as far as I know.
Yeah,
but for some reason I thought I heard that Bobby was kind of like done.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's going to just go and do stuff with his kids. I know his sons.
His kids are getting
real big into baseball and football and everything right now. So
yeah, and that is tough.
And Bobby is he's people don't realize like Bobby puts his own money into it. Even when he was doing Syracuse, those were his bonuses he was putting into sponsor teams.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, and the last couple of years, it's been I'm pretty sure it's his father-in-law who was
his uncle
who was doing most of it for them. So.
Yeah, he's the one who I think he owns GTP.
So yes, I think he lives in Florida.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I could see Bobby stepping away or helping on the side with the guy
and just doing more with the kids.
Some of those guys have been with Bobby for like 5 years now.
And those are good players. Mm-hmm. Those guys are good players in the C division for sure. They can hit and they can field. Like that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Bones is back with them.
Yeah, I also heard that they're trying to get
Smalls reclass. It's not gonna happen.
Whoa.
I've heard that it's not gonna so I've heard that it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Here's my take. And I only know very little like this year of Smalls.
Mm-hmm.
From playing with him, seeing him play. I don't think that he would be.
Why did you play a conference event with him?
One conference event.
You said
was it a duel?
You said the big word there, conference.
Was it a duel though?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
one
so
conference duel?
that's the thing. So he's played what, 2 years in conference?
Well, and they've won B Worlds the year before.
Right, but only 2.
And
But
they came in fourth
his-
at A Worlds.
right, but his reclass will most likely go to the conference committee
Oh,
if he tries for it. So I believe he's a B elite right now. So it would go to the conference committee, and
it all depends.
yeah, it all depends. So it's going to go to the conference committee. Possibly, he was on a team that went 0-8 or 0-10 at conference events. I mean, I don't think that they would put. I don't think that they put their stats up on the conference.
No.
Site
If they ask locally, he's not getting reclassed.
Locally, he might not get reclassed. Do I think that he is a guy who is going to absolutely change a team?
No. But
And
if
you see him and see, you think so? Like, see, from what I saw, and this is nothing against Smalls at all. I didn't see the fact that like there's no reason like that he would completely change a game and see.
I'm not saying he would, but just I don't know. I think we talked in our squid chat about this. The speed of the game is the reason why. The talent that you're playing against every weekend and coming back and playing local, it's a joke.
It 100% is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that team this year showed that they were really good locally, terrible when they left.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but
for one of their guys who might have been like a middle of the road guy on their team to go from B elite to B, I don't think is that crazy.
The argument can't be I don't have a team to play on.
That's true.
Because there are B teams around. So that's the argument, and that's where they could be like, well, it's not like there's any B there's B teams around.
So the B teams that are in our area, who do we got? We got PF.
Mm-hmm.
We have
the new
whatever Verb's building.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have
Chosen,
Lowly, who I mean that's going to be the team to beat, right?
Mm-hmm.
In our area for B.
They're not going to be around. They're going to be at maybe.
They're going to play in 1 or 2 tournaments around us, but they're going to be conference most likely. That's the team to beat in that division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not going to that team.
No.
That team's done. I met with Keith earlier. I tried to get info from him. He would not give me anything.
About their team?
About their team, yeah.
I know their whole team, but I'm not putting it out there.
Yeah, it's pretty. From what I've heard,
how about allegedly?
If Joel's still watching and he gives me the okay, I can tell.
Joel, give us a thumbs up.
Similar to last year.
Just look at Facebook. They're all posting on Facebook.
Yeah, this is.
I mean, Mikey Anderson's
where
out
everyone's
there
putting the logo of their team as their Facebook profile picture.
Mikey Anderson down in Georgia.
The thing is that if it's anything like it was this year when they went to Worlds, they came in 5th in B and A.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be a team.
They came in 5th at A.
I think they did.
I think it was like 7th or 9th.
Still pretty good.
Top 10 in A as a B team is.
They're going to be good. They're already getting talked about maybe getting bumped to A.
I did see that.
But they're a B team. They're within the rules. So if you have that conference tag. They're even more within the rules as a conference team. So
yeah, if you have that conference tag, you just have that extra.
They don't.
Which is kind of crazy to me.
They don't have any points on it. They don't have. They can pick up a point guy. They don't have any points on their team.
Yeah, so they could get even better. So
yeah.
So there's those 3 teams for B in our area.
Is Platinum Fire playing B?
Yes. At least the rumor is they're playing B.
They're a team that for shits and giggles should try and team reclass.
Yeah. Or split into 2 teams. I mean, like there's just
they're not going to play conference, right?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think it's conference.
They played conference this year and they went to what, 2 tournaments?
Well, they wanted to do the Smoky. That was why. Yeah. One of the reasons why they did it. The other reason why I will say.
Didn't they do Smokey in the conference championships?
I think that's it. Maybe one
right.
more.
They went to the conference championship.
Tennessee. They went to Cooksville.
Yeah.
They should have beat us at the Smoky.
I got bored of watching.
They're a team
Smoky.
they're a team that showed flashes for sure.
Yeah,
But they were losing to C teams.
I told you guys that I thought they were going to do good at B Worlds the way they played in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I mean, by the way that they played in Indianapolis, they were putting up runs. I think they beat
Epic.
Yeah, they beat that Tennessee team. Maybe was it Tennessee or
Epic,
South
yeah,
Carolina?
I don't think they're from either. They're from everywhere. Florida, maybe.
So, yeah, from around. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're a team that shows flashes.
But they lost a couple
TB.
guys. Yeah.
They lost Ben Smith. Ben Smith and TB allegedly are going to Verb's team.
Yeah, with Miles.
No, excuse me. It's not Miles. It's the Monster of Maine. Please.
The Monster of Maine.
Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, losing your two, like, Yankee is really, really good. He's probably one of the top three players on that team, but TB and Ben Smith are the other two. Like, so what does that team do in that situation?
I heard
like,
they're getting Big Ant, right?
I did hear that they're getting
Heard
Big
that.
Ant.
They picked up the kid AJ from 6B.
Yep.
I met AJ. I've never seen him play. I don't know. I mean, but this is classic PF where you're going and you're getting C and D guys who are possibly playing well in those divisions and playing. Now you're asking them to play B.
Right.
Will they play well during the year? Maybe, yeah. But now you look at like going forward to playing some of these other B teams. It's probably not. I mean, it just seems like throughout the last couple of years, outside of when PF was just beating up on my team, my B team, outside of that year, and the year that they got bumped to A, which was a fucking stupid, random major tournament in Maryland, where a conference tournament where they were playing teams in the middle of the night, where, you know what I mean? Like at that point, anyone can win, whatever. Anyone can win normally, but you're talking about playing at 3, 4, 5 a.m.
Yes.
From the night before. It can be, anything can happen, but
I thought it's tough, man. That's another thing where I don't think some of these guys should be playing C.
Yeah, I think that
Joe Yankee has no business playing C.
No.
Yep.
No. Yeah.
I mean, Zach has improved so much.
Yeah.
Tough to let him play C.
Zach's one of those guys who probably is their best now going into the year is probably their best player.
So here's the question. How, like, we're talking about Yankee, we're talking about Zach, we're talking about, guys, that shouldn't be playing C. I've been talking to sponsors today, and, we've been talking to sponsors recently. It's not fucking cheap to sponsor B and above. How do we do this?
I'm gonna be honest with you. When we did good at Worlds and we thought we were bumped, we were gonna play B no matter what, just because you could play B and A Worlds and GSL if it was there. Yeah. But then we looked at there's nothing around us to play.
You play in the open. So this year in particular was tough because you play in the opens, and if the opens are canceled because of rain, then you're fucked. You're absolutely screwed.
Yeah, because if you play B, you could get 3A guys.
Right. So the only thing with the B that I think is like what's kind of hindering B is the fact that you need to take an entire week off.
Yes.
You need that PTO to take, because it doesn't make sense to take Wednesday through Thursday off and not Friday.
B Worlds needs to be its own weekend, I think.
But the thing is that
because they let them play in A Worlds.
Right, because the B and A are so low as compared to the C into the B. Because if they did C into B, B would be over 100 teams. 100.
So A Worlds used to be in the first one. A Worlds used to be the first Worlds.
But that would be like 15 teams at this point.
We used to get I think it was 26 the year we got double dipped.
Right, but now if you look at this year, it was 20 and 35 pretty much.
Yeah.
You're looking at maybe 16 teams, which is the ASAA.
But
But that is what it is, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and they could even do that the same. They could do that the same weekend as any of these other tournaments, really.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it though, the reason the good side of playing B, I think B Worlds is the easiest worlds to win because there's only B teams in it and there's only 30 teams in it.
B teams is the easiest worlds to win because you're not going to get anybody. You're not getting the.
You're not getting a
guys
C
dropping
team.
down.
You're not.
So
But you're not getting a C team that played C Worlds that knows how the ball is playing, how the fields are playing. You're playing. Everyone's there for the first time, and they're playing in this tournament.
It's the first world,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's the very first one where they're playing with that ball.
Yep.
It's completely right. And now, like, that's at the beginning of the off season, I was like, okay, there were 25 teams in Bs. I'm going to try and build a B team.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that it takes more on the sponsorship side, but the B, I looked at the B and even the A, like as a B team, you can
A
do
was a
really well in
crapshoot.
the A
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that you, like you said, Mike, you can roll from the B. You can go 2-2. You should be able to go 2-2 in the B. I went 2-2 in the B with 40 something fucking teams, and I had a C team.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to roll into the A against maybe some A teams that haven't played yet, and you're already used to the weather, you're used to the ball, you're used to the way the wind is blowing that week, and you're ready to go. Kind of like we
That's
saw
what happened to us with Marodi's in fucking 2020. We were 3-2 at A Worlds. We played double A. We weren't going to play the double A Worlds. We only played it because we made the major, and we fucking won because we knew the way that the fields are playing. We knew how the ball was going. It's an advantage.
Absolutely. You understand where the ball is flying in general. Like, because when we went down for C's, it was way different from when you guys were playing the week before in the B and the A tournament, where everything was kind of flying towards the stadium. Well, the C weekend, everything was flying out of
even when we hit BP the day before our game, the wind was blowing out to left. When we showed up for our game, it was blowing out to right.
Right. Yeah. Like it's
Of
that's
course it was.
typical Vieira. But yeah.
All right.
It's I'm interested to see. I mean, we have fucking who the fuck was it? The Canadians.
Yeah, they're playing
Praxion.
A, right?
I heard
Praxion.
that and I heard from the hit and shit. And
Shit.
sit,
J-Ro, they got to get you on there every week and do it. It's been terrible.
Hey,
I listened to
listen,
that
I'm
one-
available. You don't even have to pay me. Just give me back my ability to stream. I'll be fine with it.
I hear that they're going Conference A.
I heard the same thing.
Wow.
That's what DW did say, that they're going to go Conference A, which that team does have.
I have the money.
They have the money to do it.
Yeah,
They were telling me that we were hearing that they had $100,000. I mean, they were flying to Puerto Rico and all these other places.
They're doing whatchamacallit, Barcelona shit. They're going to that.
Hey, how about Barcelona, by the way? How does this tournament work out, by the way?
U-Trip is a great idea. They have dropped the ball on it.
How? Why?
You can't expect these guys to pay for this. And D teams playing.
Sending two D teams to play against a team that just came in second.
Praxion.
It's a cool idea, but they should be paying for you to go there.
Yeah.
There's 0% chance
I
that
know.
U-Trip would ever do that. But
Doesn't
I
make
totally
any sense, though. It's a great idea, but I'd be surprised if SST and Titans make it there.
I think you're right.
That's a $20,000 a weekend, man.
Anyway, easily.
No.
Oh yeah. 15 guys, flights. Airbnb.
Looking at $1,000 a piece, probably.
Yeah, even if it's $600 a piece. Airbnb, rental car.
Yeah,
Can they drive in Spain?
On the other side of I can't. I drive a mail truck. I'm good. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. we got the major spot for one of those teams.
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm off the list. Free. Get two of us now.
Take them. SST, take them.
They asked me to go. I told them right away I wouldn't be able to do it.
Because I heard you're going with another team. Anyway,
No.
there's another rumor for you on the rumor podcast. We're done tonight. It's fucking 3+ hours. Hickey. It's a Hickey. It's a John Hickey kind of night.
We can extend it till next week if we need to.
We might have to dip into it. Maybe we have Mike come back and we'll have Hickey on after the convention.
Hey, here's something. Let's talk about this. One rule you want to see implemented in YouTube.
Oh, perfect. There's 3 that I want to change.
Oh, perfect. You got one for each of us. Let's fucking go.
It's an MFK, actually. 3.
Bases move back 75
How far?
feet. 75 feet.
Is that your ghost account on Softball Uncensored?
That's not. But 75 feet.
Yeah.
I agree with my brother and the other guys with double bag at first every park.
Yes.
Oh, shit. What was the other one? I forgot the other one. Let me think
While
about it.
you're thinking about the other one, did the 75 feet, if the fields were 330 to 360?
Every field.
Every field.
75. Dude, you if you bobble the ball, the dude's safe.
Love that.
Right.
I'm in on that because the
75
defense I saw at the Major World Series versus what I see on the stream, very different in person. Like you get those bases moved back.
It just defense is getting so much. I think defense is better.
Yeah.
I think you got to give defense the advantage. Right now, defense has the disadvantage.
I agree.
So I really enjoyed playing in the conference at the Hall of Fame duel where it was open fields, stadium balls, and 75 feet. You know what I mean?
I didn't enjoy it because I can't fucking reach first base playing third, but
right. But the thing is that it does change the game. I mean, it allows you to play on those larger fields.
Yeah.
It allows you to play on baseball fields.
And I like we've been talking, the whole chip point system, player rating needs to get figured the fuck out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that UTRIP has figured out the power rating within the teams. I think that, but I think that it just seems like there's like this, the national committee always has this line where they're going to bump a team and not bump a team. And they're not going to come out and say it because then you're going to see teams like, oh, well, let's just lose these last few games and we'll dip down. So
well, a lot of the teams they should know going into Worlds that they're getting bumped. Cookies knew should have known they were getting bumped.
I gotta tell you, our team, like we switched halfway through the year. I think if our team stayed together and stuff didn't blow up earlier in the year, we would have been bumped, and I would have loved it. My goal going to Worlds was to get fucking bumped. Like I wanted to be a C-chip leaving Vieira because of how we played. That should be your fucking goal every time you go to Vieira.
I mean, Hickey, JB, and these guys, they're probably going to get, if they got 1,000 last year, they're going to get 2,000 reclasses this year.
They're going to get the they're going to get a lot of. I mean, every year it's a lot. I think 2 years ago, the D reclasses were probably at its peak because that's when they did the top 12 teams.
I mean, I've had to reclass three out of the last 4 years, and 2 years I was denied. I mean, it's a pain in the ass, but for me, it's totally different.
It's
why is it different for you? Because you're a fucking old man.
No, because
it's a different committee.
I can't play anywhere else. You know what I mean?
And it goes to a completely different committee.
Yeah. But JB and Hickey helped me. So
I mean, those guys can say as much, like they can say, hey, but at the same time,
am I not allowed to give our guests shit for Christ's sake?
You can give me shit. I mean, if
I
I was
know why he's.
If I was 28 and on the watch list, I'd be fine. But at 36, I can't. I can maybe play softball for one more year if I was on the list.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at guys like Wally, who are going to be stuck. Who are going to be stuck at A.
It's bullshit.
And they're either not going to be invited. He's not going to be invited to a B team, or he just doesn't do anything.
So it's so funny that you bring up Wally because the same thing happened to my brother.
Right.
The year after, 2020, we won Worlds with Marodi's. I was A, he was B. The next year we played together on Thunder in AA. I was A and he was AA. And I had just won A Worlds and played AA. He played B and then AA. I was A, he was AA. They wouldn't reclass him.
Yeah, it's just this weird
Crapshoot of what they're gonna what happens, but I don't know. I think they have to figure it all out.
I gotta do something before we take off here. You want to talk about some crazy little kids here? Look at the boys. Look at the boys from a couple years ago. What are we looking at? Look at the boys. Look at the fucking no hair. We're looking serious. We got fucking Hickey on here. This was also the time that Hickey told everybody to go fuck himself when they said if you don't like being on the Challenge Cup team.
He's the best on here. He gives no fucks.
No.
Zero.
It's a Hall of Famer.
That's how it has to be.
He's a straight
I love
shooter,
D
right?
with no
he's
hair.
Not gonna fuck around. You love me with no hair. Well, soon. Once I get to 12 inches, then I can.
She said.
I can.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna be waiting a long time.
But
once I get to 12 inches, I can donate it to the Wigs for Kids Foundation, and then if they accept it, there's a lot of weed in this hair.
3 months, it's out.
Well, congratulations to John Hickey. Congratulations to John Hickey, the 2024 USSSA Hall of Fame director and the Hall of Fame inductee in the Directors Division. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to the Beast of the East in New Hampshire for Ryan Mayotte. Was one of the events of the year, elected at the USSSA convention as well. Thanks to Coco for bringing that to our attention.
And don't forget the sober guys did really good this weekend too.
Oh, thank you, Rock Run on the sober.
Whatever they are, the umpire.
Or Rock Run, Rock Bottom.
Yeah. They had
the women's and men's.
They won the women's and the men, and I think one of their team won the co-ed.
Yeah.
Right. Chris Foster does a hell of a job with that Rock Bottom.
Yeah,
he runs Sober Worlds.
I don't know what the qualifications are, but if I could play in it next year, I definitely would do it with them.
Listen, Chris Foster, we got you. We got you covered.
It's 2.5 hours away. If I'm not working, I would definitely go. I don't know what the qualifications are.
Are you sober?
I don't do drugs. I don't drink.
Right. So you're sober. Done.
If you drink 3 beers a year, does that mean you're sober?
No. Yes. I don't know. We'll put you in touch with Foster. We'll take care of it.
He'll put you in touch with Foster. He'll let you know.
3 beers a year. Jesus Christ.
No, I
drink more beers.
I drink
you
more
drink
than
less
beers. I'm saying I don't drink.
I fucking jerked off into my bathroom sink 3 times this weekend. It's Tuesday, for fuck's sake.
I probably won't drink now until April. Yeah.
Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you guys next week. This was we've eclipsed 3 hours live. The last time we did this, we were editing fucking podcasts.
I could do this every week.
Oh God, poor Coco. Coco, it's been fun. He'll never hear this anyway, so he'll have no idea. We'll change all the logins. Coco will try to log in next week, and it's just he'll go on the Bring It podcast page and he'll see them.
Can I say, outside of the MFK, this was the quietest that Coco has been, which is hard to do. And we saw a 10-pitch perfect game this weekend.
Yeah, from 10 pitches.
Yeah, one was a foul out.
So it was a 1-pitch tournament this weekend up in Maine.
Yeah,
and we won in 3 innings. But the rule is that one person in the lineup
get a full count, right?
Not a full count, but they get an extra foul. So one guy hit a foul. 10 pitches.
I've been a part of a no-hitter.
This was a 10-pitch combined perfect game.
That's awesome.
It was wild.
Oh, and I was mic'd up for it. We're gonna have that live. We're gonna have some videos coming up. We're gonna actually have some social media coming up. How's my calendar look tomorrow? Oh, look, Mike. I hate the fact that you said you could do this every week. This is awful.
Just let me know if you guys want me. I'm around.
Cool. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Have a good one,
Have a good night, everyone.